If you like the story, you can support the author on Patreon, link is in the description.
Chapter 26, Worthy? After some time Sharta also came down and saw Amy discussing the matter with Azazel. After coming down Sharta went directly to the kitchen and started making breakfast for everyone. After some time food was prepared and started bringing food to the table. Then Amy came and helped with the food. Azazel, brat, are you ready to meet a god who is not happy with you? Sharta, yes, I am completely ready. Vali also joined them for breakfast and was worried for him. After breakfast they waited for a while before a teleport circle appeared in the drawing room where they were waiting for Susanoo to come. 3 persons came out of the magic circle. Susanoo was a tall man with black hair and his eyes were golden, but they were different from Amaterasu. He was accompanied by 2 guards who were standing beside him. Susanoo came forward and started scanning everyone. Then his eyes came up on Sharta. Susanoo, so you are Sharta? You have been dating my sister for 1 year without my knowledge. A devil, are you even worthy for her? Sharta, yes, I am Sharta. How can I prove to you that I am worthy? Susanoo, fight with me. If only you can defeat me in a battle, I will let you marry my sister. Sharta, I am only 13 years old. Why don't I fight you after 3 years? You also won't like bullying and beating a 13 years old kid, right? Susanoo, you are right in that matter. Are you confident that you can defeat me in 3 years? You can take a century to prepare yourself, devil. Amy, Sharta, think more carefully. My brother is really strong. Sharta, number 3 years will be enough for me. Then I will show you how worthy I am. Susanoo, I will be happy to break your arrogance in 3 years. Till then don't die and don't hurt my sister or I will have to kill you sooner. Then Susanoo went into the teleportation circle along with his guards and went back. Azazel, kid, you got 3 years. Start training more hard or you will surely die. Sharta, don't worry, I will defeat him after 3 years. Amy, I really love you. I don't want to lose you. After that day Sharta started training more hard. He took Amy to dates a few times also, but his main aim was to get more strong. He kept training himself. Sometimes he even sparred against Azazel to get experience. He was sure that Susanoo has lot of fighting experience. He knew fighting experience made a lot of difference in all fights. Like this 3 years have already passed and now Sharta was really strong. He can defeat Vala now with only using his devil energy and was able to hold against Azazel in a fight with only using Kamui and Enkichu. Sharta has also increased his bloodline purity in these 3 years. He took 2 more tablets. Sharta was now standing in the backyard. He grew a lot in these 3 years. He was now 5'8" tall. He was waiting for Azazel to prepare the magic circle to go to Takamagahara. Then they stepped into the circle and teleported. When they reached Takamagahara they found Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu waiting for them along with their guards. It was a beautiful place full of greenery and mountains and had lot of traditional Japanese-style castles. They welcomed Azazel, Sharta, and Vala to their land and started leading them towards where the fight would be held. Amaterasu was walking beside Sharta and had a worried face. Sharta, you don't have to worry, I will defeat your brother. Even after hearing this she could not help herself to stop worrying about Sharta. Soon they reached the place where the fight would be held. It was a training area. They saw a lot of people waiting for them at the sidelines and found Susanoo waiting for them in the middle of the field. Susanoo, so kid, you came to your demise. Sharta, yes, I came, but I will break your arrogance. Everyone soon settled in. They found that everyone was cheering for Susanoo and booing for Sharta. Soon Sharta took his position in the field. Then they heard a loud bell sound, which was the signal for the fight. Hence the battle started. Chapter 27, Fight and Revelations. The fight begins and Sharta charges towards Susanoo. Susanoo uses his power of storm manipulation and uses it to attack Sharta by thunderstorms. Sparta sees lightning bolts coming towards him and activates Obito's MS and the attacks passes right through him. Everyone present in the stadium except Azazel and Vali are shocked seeing the ability. As soon as he reaches Susanoo he starts to fight with him using hand-to-hand combat. Susanoo throws a punch towards Sparta's head and the attack passes through his head and Susanoo becomes shocked. Using this as his advantage, Sparta hits him on the face with full force. Susanoo was thrown away by the force, but he was able to stop after 7 meters. Susanoo, I have to say I underestimated you. You are quite strong and your ability is really annoying. Seems like I have to try more harder. Sharta, bring it on, brother-in-law. Susanoo was quite irritated by what he called him and he took out Ame no Murakyu Monotsurugi holy sword. Azazel, Vali, and Amy were really worried seeing that sword. It was a holy sword and Sparta was a devil off cause they would worried. The crowd started cheering seeing that sword. Sparta, since you are not holding back I will also not hold back in Kichu. Seeing the chain Susanoo's face became grim he knew what that chain was he also knew that if he had that chain that means he also possesses that annoying sacred gear. Susanoo started dodging the chains. He became more faster and became more serious. Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu also knew what that chain was and they were really shocked. Tsukuyomi, that is the chain of heavens in Kichu. How can he have that? Amaterasu, that means he has that sacred gear. Susanoo, so Sparta you are the descendant of that annoying person. Susanoo said while dodging the chains. Sparta stopped attacking him and looked at him intensely. Sparta, guessing from your tone you have met him. Susanoo, yes I have met him and fought against him. Since you have that chain that means you have the sacred gear. Sparta, indeed I have. Hearing this conversation Azazel and Vala were confused and Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu were shocked to the core. Azazel, what are you talking about? Amy, he has the sacred gear gate of Babylon. It is the mythical Longinus, 14th Longinus. It was not made by God. But it is passed on to the Vedas by bloodline. The progenitor of this sacred gear is the king of heroes Gilgamesh the king of Uruk. He was the first and this is the second time that this Longinus is seen after death of Gilgamesh. Susanoo, that means you are a devil-human hybrid. Sparta, my mother was a human. And my full name is Sparta Gilgamesh Lucifer. Susanoo, there are 7 billion humans on earth and the one I decided to fight have to been descendant of Gilgamesh. Vali, what is that sacred gear? Azazel, I will tell you later but I myself haven't seen the sacred gear just heard about it. Vali and everyone else present there was shocked by this revelation. Sparta, we wasted a lot of time. Since you know about the gate of Babylon I will attack with full force. Get ready for round 2 let's dance. Sparta took out a devil sword out of Gob to counter Susanoo's holy sword. They started attacking each other and also started launching few swords and spears towards Susanoo in hope of catching him off guard. But Susanoo's sword mastery was really advanced. He was more experienced in using sword than Sparta. Sparta was compensating his lack of mastery in sword with the help of Gob. Susanoo was getting irritated by this and made some distance between them. Susanoo, you may be his descendant but you are not him. You are just a mere devil Leviathan creator. Susanoo created about 20 Leviathans that attacked Sparta, they were creating ice spears and attacking him. All the spears were passing right through him. That ability really irritated Susanoo. Then a golden ripple appeared near Sparta's hand, and it started releasing an ominous feeling. Sparta, I found you worthy god. You really deserve the title of god. So I will also use my full might. Then slowly a sword appeared in Sparta's hand. To call it a sword it would be an insult. It had a blunt tip and it was fully black and had red marking all over the body. It had a drill-like body. It was Gilgamesh's strongest noble phantasm Issei. Seeing that sword Susanoo drew in a cold breath. His whole body was shaking and he was fully covered in sweat. Seeing that sword Tsukuyomi and Amy's face lost all color they were completely pale and their legs were shaking uncontrollably. But soon they calmed themselves. Azazel also saw their expression and was really curious. Tsukuyomi, the sword of rupture Issei, he can already use that. Amy, quickly people we need to move away now or you will die. Azazel, Vali and the crowd were really shocked and quickly followed their command. Susanoo quickly used his Leviathan's ability of making ice shields and ordered the Leviathans to get in front of him. Sparta, I have begun enjoying myself. Stand back, master. I speak of Genesis. The elements amalgamate, coalesce, and bring forth the star that weaves all of creation. Pay homage in death. Enuma Elish. The land before Sparta became to get pulverized. There was no longer any land but a canyon started to form. It soon reached the Leviathans and they also started to get pulverized after that it reached the ice shields and huge explosion happened. And dust covered the whole field. As the dust started settling down everyone except Amy has the look of fear on their faces. The whole field was completely silent. Soon the dust completely settled and they were able to see a huge canyon. There were no signs of any Leviathans all of them were completely vaporized. Then everyone's eyes laid on Susanoo, he was fully bloodied and was breathing heavily. Then Susanoo looked towards Sparta he was flying with his 4 pair of devil wings he didn't even break a sweat. Susanoo knew that he had already lost the fight. Then Sparta slowly landed in front of Susanoo and pointed Issei towards him. Sparta, do you yield? Susanoo, I yield, I really underestimated you and paid the price. I have lost the fight fair and square. You are enough worthy for my sister. After saying that he passed out. Everyone was shocked. They could not imagine what kind of power Sharta held. He could destroy so much and defeat one of the strongest gods in one move. Vala was gritting his teeth. Since he knew that it will be really hard to catch up to his brother and he was still very weak to stand beside him. Tsukuyomi, he is easily in the top 5. Azazel, I also think that he is in the world's top 5 strongest. Amy didn't wait for anyone and directly went towards Sharta and hugged him. Sharta was also hugging Ger back. Amy was really worried about him, proud after seeing his power and irritated because he didn't tell her about his power. At this moment Sharta received a notification from his system. Sharta, you have accumulated enough points to awaken Ms. Chapter 28, Ms and Moving In. Sharta was really excited hearing that notification. He was still within Amy's embrace. Amy, don't you trust me? Sharta, I trust you completely. Amy, then why didn't you told me about yourself before? Sharta, I just wanted to surprise everyone. Amy, okay, I will not force you to tell me about you. When you will think that you can tell me anything, you will tell me on your own. I trust you. Sharta, don't worry about all that now. Amy, now I guess you are my fiancé. But I have to go and see my brother. I will ask someone to show you guys your room. Then she went to check on his brother, leaving him. Azazel and Vala came near him. Azazel, what more you are hiding from us, kid? And you got really close to your dream. Sharta, I was keeping that as my trump card. Vala, why do you look so down? Vala, I can never stand by your side. You always have been stronger than me. Sharta, no matter who is stronger and weaker between us. A brother always stands by his brother. You will also become strong. No one will be stand against us brothers in future. Azazel, nice speech, kiddo. So since you are descendant of Gilgamesh, that means Vala is too? Can he also use Gob? Sharta, he is too, but he can't use Gob, since it is my sacred gear. Then someone came and took them towards their room. Sharta was unable to wait to awaken Ms. As soon as he reached his room, he made a space barrier to that no one can hear what is happening inside. Sharta, the process will invoke great pain on your eyes. Sharta, don't worry, start the process. Initiating. 1%. Sharta felt excruciating pain from his eyes. He couldn't take it any longer and started screaming. After 1 hour the pain subsided and he received a notification from the system. The process has been completed, now you can open your eyes. Sharta opened his eyes and found that his sight has improved and keeping them opened was less energy consuming. Sharta was testing his eyes when someone knocked on his door. Sharta deactivated his space barrier. Sharta got up from his bed and opened the door and found Amy standing. Sharta, how is your brother? Amy, doctors said he will wake up when he gains back his energy. Sharta, I am really sorry, I didn't wanted to hurt him that much. Amy, no, it's okay. Can I stay with you tonight? Sharta, yes you can. Listen Amy, I want to tell you about everything. Sharta told her everything except the system, his reincarnation, and meeting God. Amy heard him silently without speaking. He told her about saving Akeno, Shuri, and even about Kurika and Chiron. He even told her about Claria and Masumai. Amy, you have saved a lot of person. I knew you are really a nice person. Sharta, I don't know if I am nice or not. I definitely know that I am no hero. Then it was already time for dinner, someone came to call them. After having dinner and wishing everyone good night, Sharta came to his room along with Amy. Sharta, Amy, I am thinking of buying a house of myself in Kuoh. I want you to come with me to buy the house. I want you to move in with me. Amy didn't say anything, she directly kissed him and started taking her dress off and soon she was in her lingerie. Sharta also took off his clothes and he was in his boxers. They never did the deed, Sharta was waiting to get 18. They then went to bed and started cuddling and soon went to sleep. Next morning Sharta woke up because of sunlight. He opened his eyes and saw Amy laying on his chest already woken up and looking at him with her beautiful eyes. Sharta, what are you looking at, my beautiful goddess? Amy, you have a cute sleeping face. Sharta, but you know we have to get up. Amy, let me stay like this for few more minutes. After few minutes Amy got up from him and started to get dressed up. Sharta also got up and kissed her on lips and then went to get freshened up. After dressing up Amy left his room. After he freshened up he also wore his clothes. After some time Amy again came to his room. Amy, my brother had woken up and he wants to talk with you. Sharta, okay, lead the way. Then they went towards Susanoo's room. Then Amy knocked on the door and a voice answered them to come in. Then she opened the door and went inside along with Sharta. Susanoo, you are more than worthy for my sister. I am sorry for how I behaved before. Sharta, I didn't mind, a brother should always be protective of his sister. Susanoo, I heard that Amaterasu was sleeping with you, should I expect a nephew or niece? After hearing that, Amaterasu became completely red. Sharta also had a tint of red on his cheeks. Sharta, we haven't gone that far. Susanoo, okay. So should I start preparing for your marriage? Sharta, you know I am still a minor. I plan to marry her when I turn 20. Susanoo, okay, that will work too. Amy, brother, I want to move in with Sharta. Susanoo, what will happen to your duty? Amy, I will come here at morning to do my duties. Susanoo, okay, knock yourself out. Sharta, don't worry brother-in-law, I will take care of her. After saying that, they went to dining hall for breakfast. After having breakfast they all went to Azazel's house with teleportation circle. After reaching Azazel's house, Sharta took Amy with him to buy their house. They found a real estate office and went inside. Agent, welcome, how can I help you? Sharta, we want to buy a house. Then the agent showed them a catalog which contacted all the houses along with price. Amy, Sharta, can I talk to you for a moment? Sharta, sure. Then they went outside and Sharta built a space barrier so that no one can hear them. Amy, you need to buy a mansion. Sharta, why? A simple house with guest rooms will be enough for us, right? Amy, even I know that you will get more girls in future. With your strength it will happen and I am sure of it. Sharta, don't you mind sharing me with someone else? Amy, I do mind, but I can't keep you to myself. A lot of girls will like you, but if you break their heart because of my selfishness then it won't be fine. Sharta, okay, I will buy a mansion. Then they went inside and asked the agent to show them mansions. Sharta chose a big mansion with 3 bedrooms and 2 guest houses with a swimming pool. Its price was 380 million yen. Agent, this will cost you 430 million yen if you want it fully furnished. Sharta, if I pay the money now, how long will it take for you to prepare the house? Agent, it will be ready by tomorrow morning. Then Sharta took out his credit card to buy the house and he asked the agent to prepare all the documents on Amy's name. After signing all the documents, the agent asked where should he deliver the key and Sharta gave him Azazel's address. After all that, they went towards Azazel's house. Next morning, as promised, the agent delivered the house key himself. They soon moved in their stuff with help of magic. They were almost done with the stuff. Azazel, so kid, you are leaving? Who will cook food for us now? Vali, I will miss you brother. Sharta, Vali, you are always welcome, but Azazel, if you want to drop by you need to inform me first. Azazel got irritated by that and started mumbling how the young don't respect their seniors nowadays. Then they left Azazel's house through magic circle to their new home. Azazel, without him the house will be quite lonely. Vali, that is so true. Chapter 29, Familiar Forest. After setting up their new home, Sharta went to kitchen to prepare dinner. He wanted to make best dinner for their Amy in their new home. Before cooking he was talking to the system. Sharta, yes you can. Sharta, Soma Yukihira style cooking 5000 SP. Saiba Joichiro style cooking 4000 SP. Nikiri Arena 3500 SP. Nikiri Alice style cooking 2500 SP. Sharta, buying. Done, integrating. Done. Suddenly a lot of food recipes and cooking technique entered Sharta's mind. After he collected all his thoughts he started cooking. After preparing the food he began to set the table. After setting the table he called Amy. When Amy entered the dining hall she found herself entranced by the food smell and started drooling a little bit. Sharta, your face is really cute, but stop drooling and let's eat. Amy, okay, please don't mind me. When Amy took the first bite her mind short-circuited and she started chowing down the food. Her mind was a mess, she just wanted to eat the food. It was her life's best food. Sharta had a satisfied smile, he was really happy that she liked the food he made. Sharta took the first bite and he also found the food incredibly tasty. He himself found the food incredibly tasty. Then he also started chowing down his food. Sharta, Amy, how was the food? Amy, it was out of this world. I cannot explain by any words, it was the best food I ever had. You need to teach me. Sharta, I am really glad that you liked it. Your food is also nice, it's otherworldly for me. Amy, I am also glad that you like my food. Sharta, I need to leave tomorrow early, probably you won't see me in the morning. Sharta, off Kraus, it is your duty, I would never stop you. I also need to do something tomorrow. Then Amy helped him in cleaning the dishes. After cleaning the dishes they both went to Sparta's bedroom to sleep. In morning Sparta woke up by the sunlight entering his room as Amy said she had already left, but she left a note saying, I have made breakfast, eat it before you go out. Then Sparta went to get freshened up. After that he went downstairs and ate his breakfast. Then he went towards Azazel's house. After reaching Azazel's house he knocked and Azazel opened the door and welcomed him in. Azazel, what can this humble fallen do for you? Sparta, do you have a way to enter the forest? Azazel, I don't know the way but I know where it is. Sparta, okay, tell me. Azazel, you have to take me to Envala, come here, your brother is taking us to a trip. Azazel tells him the location of the forest and Vali also joined him. Sparta opened a garganta and all three entered. At the same time a garganta appeared inside a forest and all three of them stepped out of it. Azazel, I really wanted to come here since forever. Vali, I sense a lot of life signatures around us. Azazel, Sparta, what kind of familiar are you looking for? Sparta, who told you I came here for a familiar? I came here to fight. Azazel, brat, you don't mean her, right? Sparta, Azazel, am I getting that predictable? Azazel, what is wrong with you brothers, are you sure you two didn't fell after your birth and hit your head? Or is it your Lucifer or Gilgamesh genes made you battle maniacs? Sparta, I don't know, what are you talking about, you lazy fallen? Vali, who are you both talking about? Azazel, your brain-damaged brother here is thinking about fighting the Chaos Karma Dragon Tiamat. Vali, is she that strong? Sparta, yes, but Dragon Emperor, she is one of the 5 Dragon Kings. Come, stop lazing, I think I have found her location. Azazel, both of you will be the death of little old me. After that they started moving towards the direction Sparta pointed before. Soon they reached the location and found a huge cave. Sparta was walking towards the entrance of the cave. Vali also wanted to fight her but Albion made him change his mind. Azazel and Vala stood about 20 meters away from the cave. Sparta reached the entrance. Sparta, hello, is someone home? A loud growl came from inside the cave. Soon something came out of the cave really fast. It was about to hit Sparta on his chest, so he quickly activated his EMS and it passed right through him. After that Sparta could clearly tell that it was tail. It had pale light blue color. Soon the tail retracted inside. Then a loud roar came from inside and then loud thumping sound started coming. The sound kept becoming louder until a huge pale light blue colored western dragon came out of the cave and intensely looking towards Sparta. Who are you, devil? Do you want to court death? Sparta, are you Tiamat? If you are Tiamat, I came here to fight you. I am Tiamat and your grave will be right here, devil. After saying that she immediately breathed a huge amount of fire from her mouth. Sparta was not expecting that and got really surprised. He had no time to activate Kamui or VM. He instinctively put his hand in front of him. The ground became completely due to the heat. The dragon was about to head back inside its cave but it stopped after hearing something. Sparta, I have to say you caught me off guard. Guess I was really underestimating you. Sparta walked out of the remaining fire. His left arm was completely burnt off. His bones of his hand could be almost seen. His shirt was also burnt off on the left side. His left chest was also burnt in some places. But his regeneration kicked in his arm and chest was also being healed at a visible rate. Soon his arm and chest was completely healed. Tiamat was really shocked that he was still alive and also that his arm healed so fast. Azazel and Vala were also shocked seeing Sparta's hand healed so quickly. Soon their fight again resumed. Tiamat was a big dragon and Sparta was using that to his advantage. He was quickly moving through her blind spots and hitting her. This annoyed Tiamat a lot and suddenly she got covered in pale blue light and Sparta moved away from her. Soon a woman with pale blue hair came out of the light and seen was wearing a blue one-piece dress. Sparta found her quite beautiful. She kicked the ground and vanished from everyone's Sparta but was still able to see her because of EMS. She went behind Sparta and hit him but her fist passed right through him. She was shocked. And Sparta also rotated and punched her which she dodged. She was really fast in her human form which in Sparta becoming more excited. He was smiling more brightly now. She made a lot of magic circles and attacked Sparta. Sharta countered them by making many spheres of devil energy and launching them towards her magic circles. A huge explosion happened which shook the whole forest. While this fight was happening, a devil could be seen running to somewhere. Soon he reached a room and knocked the door, and a voice came from inside which allowed him to enter. He entered the room and saw a man sitting on a majestic chair behind a desk full of paperwork. That man was also a devil. He had a majestic aura around him and he had green hair. Devil, Ajuka-sama, we have sensed massive disturbances in familiar forest near Tiamat's cave. Ajuka, gather a team now, we will leave immediately. Some young devils may have wandered there not knowing. Soon they started gathering a team, and after that they left towards the forest. While this was going on in the fight, Tiamat was breathing heavily and Sharta was also tired, but soon both of them caught their breath. Tiamat was again covered in a blue light and transformed in her dragon form. She was about 50 meters in size. Sharta also got an idea and thought that it will be really cool. Sharta started releasing huge energy. Sharta, Tiamat, you gave me a nice opportunity to try something. Susanoo. After saying that, Sharta was being covered a skeleton which soon was covered by muscles and soon by Chinese armor. It had 4 arms and fire was burning in place of its eyes. It had 4 swords tied to his waist. It had a gem on its forehead in which Sharta was standing proudly. Sharta's Susanoo was dark purple, almost black, and it was 50 meters in height. Azazel, Vali, and Tiamat were shocked seeing the giant. Sharta's Susanoo started charging towards Tiamat. His every step shook the ground. He punched Tiamat on head and her whole body got slammed on the ground. The force the punch was immense. The Susanoo kept punching her and scales started to crack. She was even bleeding from lot of places. Sharta then stopped punching her and she again got covered in the blue light and changed into her human form. She was breathing heavily and was bleeding from all over her body. Sharta also deactivated his Susanoo and got down near her. Sharta, do you yield? Tiamat, I submit myself to you. Chapter 30, New Player. Sharta, well, that's an odd way to accept defeat. Maybe that is the way of dragons to accept defeat. Tiamat, no, it means that I accepted you as my mate. Sharta, what? Just like that? Tiamat, yes, just like that. We dragons are only able to select our mate once in our life. Sharta, you know I already have a fiancé. Tiamat, I have no problem with that. I am willing to share you. While Sharta and Tiamat were having their small chat, Azazel and Vala came near them. Sharta noticed them coming towards him. Azazel, that was an interesting fight and you used a new power, tell me all about that later. Azazel said, looking at his surroundings were destroyed. About half a mile radius of the forest was destroyed. Sharta, yeah, whatever, and Vala, what are you doing with that baby dragon? Sharta asked Vala, noticing a small dragon latched onto Vala like a koala. Vala, I don't know, when you started your fight it came flying and latched onto me and it still doesn't wants to leave. Tiamat, that is a sprite dragon, those are really rare. I recommend you quickly form a familiar pact with it. Vala, I don't know how to do that. And Tiamat, I want to fight with you after you heal. Tiamat, you have a long way before you can fight me, host of Albion. Tiamat showed Vala how to form a familiar contract and Vala made the sprite dragon his familiar. It has silver scales and blue eyes. Sharta, well, I guess I got what I came for here. Tiamat, I will be coming with you, you are my mate, I want to stay with you. Sharta, firstly I still haven't accepted you and secondly I don't even know you well. Tiamat, I am coming with you and that's final, we can know each other more nicely later. But first I need to move my treasures. Azazel, whatever you want to do it quickly. I have sensed about 20 devils are coming here and one of them is Satan class or maybe a super class devil. Sharta, oh, that's really great. I don't want to deal with a super devil now. Tiamat, then we have to hurry. Sharta, wait, I am coming with you. Then Tiamat led Sharta into her cave. She was healing but it was slow. Soon she reached the room where she kept her treasures. Sharta activated his gob and all the treasures vanished in a golden ripple. Tiamat, what happened to them? Sharta, I stored them inside my treasury, I will give them to you after reaching home. Now let's go. Soon they moved towards the exit of the cave and found Azazel and Vala standing there. Sharta sensed the devils, they were really close. Sharta immediately opened a garganta and all of them entered it. A garganta opened inside Azazel's house and all of them came out of it. Tiamat still had blood all over her body. So Sharta decided to take her to his home through a garganta. Sharta bid farewell to Vala and Azazel and opened another garganta and stepped into with along with Tiamat. While all this was happening in the human world, Ajilka reached Tiamat's cave with his team. He saw the destruction and understood that whatever Tiamat was fighting, it was not some young devil. He then pointed towards 5 of his men. Ajilka, you 5 go inside the cave and search it completely and report back to me immediately. Ajilka was then looking at the destroyed forest. After a few minutes his men came back to him. Devil, sir, we have searched the whole cave and we didn't find Tiamat. Ajilka, what about her treasures? Devil, her treasures are also missing. Her cave was completely empty. Ajilka, search this area completely and look for any kind of clues. I think we got a new player in supernatural world. Back in human world in Sharta's house, Tiamat was taking a bath and Sharta was preparing dinner when Amy came back. Amy sensed someone else in the house. Amy, Sharta, where are you? Sharta, I am in kitchen making food. Amy, okay, while you cook, why don't you tell me about our guest you brought home? Chapter 31, Kuoh Academy. A boy can be seen standing on a balcony calmly sipping tea. The boy has dark silver hair and red eyes, and he was wearing a cross-shaped earring on his right ear. 2 beautiful women were soundly sleeping on his bed. One woman had beautiful deep black hair and the other had beautiful pale blue hair. The boy's name was Sharta and he was currently thinking about the time Tiamat first came to this house. About 1.5 years has passed. Flashback. Amy, okay, while you cook, why don't you tell me about our guest you brought home? Sharta, well. Firstly, her name is Tiamat and secondly, she wants to stay with us. Amy, Tiamat is in the Dragon King Tiamat? And why would be she staying with you? Tiamat, yes, I am Tiamat the Dragon King and I will be staying with you because he is my mate. Tiamat's voice came from the stairs. She already took a bath and dried her hair and was now dressed in a yellow one-piece dress. Sharta, well, I never agreed to be your mate. Amy, wait. How did he become your mate? Tiamat, I was peacefully sleeping in my cave when he came and challenged me. We fought and he made me submit to him. Sharta, hey. I didn't do it knowingly. Amy, I am gonna have a headache. So tell me, Sharta, this is the work you had? Sharta, I just wanted to fight with her. Amy, you know dragons can select only one mate and now she have chosen you, you have to take responsibility of her. Your actions will have consequences. Tiamat, you are really nice. When he told me he had fiancé, I thought you would be some stuck-up spoiled brat. I am Tiamat the Chaos Karma Dargan, nice to meet you. Amy, nice to meet you too, I am Amaterasu the Sun Goddess. Tiamat, wait, so you have a goddess as your fiancé? Wait, who are you, really care to tell me? Sharta, my full name is Sharta Gilgamesh Lucifer and I am descendant of both Gilgamesh and Lucifer. Tiamat, wait, you mean that Gilgamesh and that Lucifer? Sharta, yes, I am. Amy, so you made him without knowing that? Sharta, yeah, you are the one to say. You decided to date me without knowing anything about me. Amy, yes, that is true, but that is the best decision I made. Sharta, I love you too, and Tiamat, I haven't accepted you, but I am ready to give it a try. Why don't we go to few dates and then get to know each other better? Tiamat, that was a lot to take in. But that works with me too. After that, Sharta was setting up the table and both Amy and Tiamat helped him. Tiamat was shocked how good of a cook Sharta was. She had the best food she ever ate. She licked off her plate completely. After that, Amy showed Tiamat her room. After that, all of them went to sleep. All of them had a long day. Flashback ends. A lot has happened in this 1.5 years. Sharta had taken both Tiamat and Amaterasu on a lot of dates. He has accepted Tiamat as his fiancée and decided to mate with her when he gets to right age. He has started calling Tiamat as Tia. He also declared to Amy and Tia that there won't be a main wife or something. If he ever decides to take other wives, then they will all be equal. No one will hold a special position or something. He will treat everyone equally. Sharta has now also purified his bloodline completely. He is immune to any holy objects. Holy objects won't harm him how it does to other devils. When he became completely immune to holy objects, to show it off by wearing a cross-shaped earring on his right ear. He also mastered the crash magic. He was now a mid-Satan class devil. He had grown a lot in these 18 months. Rias and Sona have already took over Kuoh town from last 6 months. After some time, and Amy and Tia both stir awake from the bed and Sharta broke out from his trance of thoughts. He then went near them and kissed them on the lips and decided to head down to make food. After getting freshened up, they both came down and found Sharta was waiting for them to come down. After having breakfast, Amy went to Takamagahara to fulfill her duties and Sharta and Tia went to the underground training facility to spar. Sharta made the training facility using his space ability. He also made another room of this kind in the basement for Tia to store all her treasures. After completing their spar, they came back upstairs and spent the remaining day lazing around. While Sharta was preparing dinner and Tia was helping him, Amy came back. She was a little sparkling. Seeing that Sharta shivered a little, he didn't even know why. She went to take bath while Tia and Sharta were making the food. After they were setting the table when Amy came back. Amy, Sharta, can you do something for me? Sharta, yes of course, tell me, I will do it. Amy, I want you to go to school. Sharta, oh hell no. I will go pluck out my eyes rather than going to school. Amy, don't whine like a baby. It's a job only you can do. You know about the Sisters of Devil Kings are now managing this town, right? Sharta, that makes me more convinced to not go. Amy, please don't be like that, even this is devil territory, but it is still part of Shinto faction. There is no one young enough for the job. Sharta, send Tia as a teacher, I guess it will do, and also their school is a girls' school. Tia, I think I need to polish my treasures again, they are getting rusty. Amy, she won't do that because she is only interested in her treasure, going dates with you and eating your food. And the school is becoming co-ed coming semester. While this conversation was going on, Sharta received a notification from Iris. He thought that Iris died since he had not received any mission lately. Mission, join Kuoh Academy. Details, go to Kuoh Academy as a student and graduate. Rewards, 30 senzu beans and 30,000 SP. Failure, Amaterasu will become angry with you. Time limit, 2 months. Amy, Sharta, what are you thinking? We have been calling from 30 seconds. Sharta, I will go. Sharta knew that dealing with an angry Amy is really not good for longevity of life. He might even lose it. Amy, listen, I know you don't want to babysit. Wait, what, you agreed to go? Sharta, yes I will go. And Tia, can you make yourself look younger? Tia, yes I can do that, that is simple thing for me, remember I am a dragon king. After that Tia got covered by a pale blue light and she became a couple of years younger. Sharta, okay nice, you will be coming with me. Tia, hey, I never agreed to do that. Sharta, you will get bored by staying home alone. Tia, I will watch TV or polish my treasures. Sharta, I tried to be nice, if you don't come no more food for you. Tia, no fair, okay I will go. Sharta, okay Amy, get us enrolled. And when will the new semester begin? Amy, after a month, and don't worry, everything is prepared for your enrollment. Sharta, do anyone will know my true identity? Amy, no, not even the Devil Kings will know. Chapter 32, Class. Sharta was going towards the Kuoh Academy while being followed by a downcast young Tia who looked about 17. Both were wearing uniforms of Kuoh Academy. This was their first day in school. Sharta, cheer up Tia, maybe it won't be that bad. Tia, I should have become a teacher, at least then I would have more freedom. Sharta, yeah sure, what subject do you know about? Tia, I know the history. Sharta, humans don't need to know about the supernatural history about your treasures. They were making these small conversations while they were walking towards the school. Sharta decided to buy a car when he became 18. Sharta had made lot of money from the books he wrote and exchanging gold coins. Soon they reached the school and saw a few girls welcoming freshmen. Sharta saw the girls and recognized one of them from his memory of high school DXD. It was Akeno Himejima. She has changed a lot now, but she looked like her mother. When they entered the school gate, Akeno came forward to welcome them. Akeno, hello, my name is Akeno Himejima, I am a second year. Which year are you in? Sharta, my name is Sharta Grud and I am a second year transfer student. Tia, my name is Tiamat Grud, we are really distant cousins, I am also a second year transfer student. Sharta decided to hide his Lucifer title because of obvious reasons. After hearing the name Sharta, Akeno was lost in her thoughts. She started to compare her childhood friend and this Sharta in front of her. Both had same colored hair and eyes. She wanted to confront him but didn't found the courage because she left him in the house full of assassins. She still felt guilty about that. She was brought out of her thoughts by Tia. Tia, hello, are you there? Did you fry your brain? Akeno, oh sorry, I was just lost in my thoughts. You need to go to student council to collect your schedules. Sharta, okay then, so we will be on our way, and thank you Miss Himejima. After that they left her to herself and went towards the school building. Tiamat didn't know why but she felt uneasy near her. Tia, I don't like that girl. Was she the same Himejima you saved? Sparta, maybe she remembered me. Don't worry, let's get our schedule. After that they asked some random students about directions and found the student council room. They went to the door and knocked. They were answered by someone to come in. They opened the door and entered. They saw a bespectacled girl sitting on a chair behind a desk. She had short bob-cut hair and purple eyes. She became tense after Sparta entered the room. It was because of the cross he was wearing. Sparta knew who she was. Sparta, hello, my name is Sparta Grud. I am second-year transfer student. I am here to collect my class schedule. Tia, my name is Tiamat Grud. We are really distant cousins. I am also a second-year transfer student. I also came to collect my class schedule. Sona, hello, it's nice to meet you. I am Sona Shidori, the student council president. Here is your class schedule. You both are in my class. I will also be going to class. I would like to show you the way. Sparta, that would be really helpful, Miss Shidori. Lead the way. After that Sona took them towards their class. They were asked by the teacher to wait outside so that they can introduce themselves to the class. After waiting for a couple minutes they were called inside and were asked to introduce themselves by the teacher. Sparta, hello, my name is Sparta Grud. It's nice to meet you all. Tia, my name is Tiamat Grud. We are really distant cousins. It's really nice to meet you all. Sparta saw that in this class not only he had Sona, he also had Tsubaki, Rias, and Akeno. Seeing all of them he cursed in his mind. If anyone could hear his inner thoughts they would just start bleeding from ears. Almost all the students were girls in the class. There were only 3 boys excluding Sparta. A lot of students raised hands to ask questions to them. The teacher said one at a time. Then the teacher pointed a girl who rose from her seat. GIRL1, my question is for Mr. Grud, do you work out? Sparta, yes I do. Almost all the girls cheered, which irritated Tia a lot, but she calmed herself down. Then the teacher again pointed towards a girl who rose from her seat to ask a question. GIRL2, are you single? When she asked the question all the girls perked up their ears to hear his answer. Sparta, no, I am not single. Hearing that, all the girls' mood dropped and all girls who were raising their hands lowered their hands. Tia was happy in her mind, she was proud of Sparta. Then the teacher pointed towards a boy who was raising his hand and then he rose to ask the question. BOY1, my question is for Miss Grud, are you single? Tia, no, I am not single. All their 3 boys had look of despair on their faces. They just cursed their luck. After that the teacher asked Tia to sit beside Rias and Sparta to sit between Akeno and Sona. Sparta again started cursing in his mind. He took his seat and mumbled something. Sparta, yeah, just my dumb effing luck. Chapter 33, Confrontation. POV, Akeno. The teacher asked him to sit beside me. I cannot help to but think that this Sparta and my childhood friend Sparta both are same. He never gave me his last name. This is too much to be a coincidence. I am sure that they are same, even his age matches. When we asked Chiron that who saved her, she said that he was a boy with name of Gilgamesh and he also had white hair and red eyes. Lord Surtsks have told us about Gilgamesh and he was sure that this boy had some different name. I can't keep calm, I need to confront him quickly, I need to gather courage no matter what happens. But now that I think he can be an exorcist, he wears a cross. But I still can't let it go, I have to confront him no matter what consequences. No exorcist will cause troubles with devils who owns the territory. Should I tell Rias? No, she doesn't needs to know, at least not till I confirm myself. The class ended while I was thinking all these. It is now lunch break, I will confront him now. Akeno, Rias, I need to talk with the new student, I am quite interested in him. Rias, why did you fall in love first sight? Akeno, something like that. Rias, okay, do your confession quickly and come to Orc. While I was talking with Rias, Sparta was about to walk out of class along with Tiamat. I quickly moved in front of him to stop him. He halted in his steps and looked towards me. Sparta, Miss Himejima, can I help you with something? Akeno, I need to talk with you, I promise I won't take much of your time. Tia, what do you want to talk about? Sparta, I am coming too. Akeno, please, I want to talk to him privately. Sparta, Tia, why don't you go to cafeteria and save a seat for me? Tia, what, I am not leaving you with her. Sparta, don't worry Tia, go and save a seat for me. After that Tiamat went towards the cafeteria and Sparta gestured me to show the way. The way Sparta was calling Tiamat, they are really close. Soon we reached an isolated area outside the school. I will directly confront him, that way I can see his reaction and decide if they are same or not. Akeno, I didn't expect you to see after so many years. Sharta, I didn't expect that you would recognize your childhood friend just by looking once. I don't know why but my eyes automatically became wet and I started crying. He was the same Sharta. After so many years of searching and looking I finally found you. But why he came now? Seeing me crying he moved his hand over my head and started patting me. I need to ask him everything. Akeno, why did you decide to show yourself only now? Sharta, I am from a family which is not seen quite nicely in the supernatural world. Akeno, that is not a reason you can leave me and my mother in dark always feeling guilty that we left you with the assassins to save our own lives. You have to give a better reason than that. I moved close to him and started hitting him on the chest without caring that he might get hurt and kept on hitting but soon realized that he wasn't even slightly affected by it. Sharta, I am really sorry that I did that. I cannot apologize enough on how much pain I have caused upon you. What can I do for you to make it up to you? Akeno, I cannot forgive you, at least not now, and I am sure that my mother will say the same thing. After hearing me he became even more downcast. I can see guilt clearly on his face. Akeno, but I can start forgiving you, but you need to tell me all about yourself. No details can be skipped. Sharta, I can tell you everything but I need you to promise me something. Akeno, what promise do you want? Sharta, you will not tell anything to Rias about me until she figures something out by herself. When he asked me about to keep him secret, I know my thought about him being an exorcist is correct. I think there will be no way to be way together with him. At least I need to hear him. Akeno, okay, I promise to keep everything between us secret to Rias. Sharta, okay, let's start from my name. My real name is Sharta Gilgamesh Lucifer. I am really shocked. Did he just say Lucifer and Gilgamesh? That means he is a devil and human hybrid, but that is not possible. He is wearing a cross. And he also said Gilgamesh. Does that mean he is a descendant of him? Was he the one who saved Chiron and her sister? A lot of questions sprang into my mind. I need to find answers to all of them. Akeno, you are lying. That is impossible. You can't be a Lucifer. You are wearing a cross. Sharta, I am a pure Lucifer, pure as the original Lucifer, so I am immune to holy objects. Akeno, you need to have a human parent to be descendant of Gilgamesh. That means you are a half-breed. No half-breed cannot have a pure lineage. Sharta, I don't know myself why that happened, but after I was born my bloodline was becoming pure as I grew older. Akeno, okay, let's say that I believe you. But I also want to know something. Are you the one who saved Chiron and her sister? Sharta, yes, I saved them, but I was unable to clear her sister's name from stray devil list. I was not strong enough at that time. Akeno, okay, so you save everyone and then leave them, make them search for you? Sharta, I never wanted to do that, but some circumstances made me do it. I was about to ask why, but suddenly the bell rang, which signaled the end of lunch break, but I still have a lot of questions. Seeing my expression, Sharta spoke to me. Sharta, why don't you come to my house after completing your devil duties? I will tell you everything. There we will be able to talk more freely. I also thought that it would be good since I will get the time and I am sure he will not harm me. After that we both started walking towards our class. Chapter 34, Shocked. After reaching class he took his seat, he wrote his address on a piece of paper and handed it to Akeno, and Tia was intensely glaring at Sharta. After seeing her, Sharta was smiling worriedly. Sharta knew that Tia was really angry. Sharta let out a big sigh and turned towards Akeno and found her also looking at him and Tia with a curious and worried look. After the class ended, Tia didn't wait for Sharta and started walking grumpily towards their house. Sharta was walking behind her to catch up. Sharta, come on Tia, you know who she is. She recognized me and wanted answers for why I left her. Tia, I am not angry about that. I am angry because you left me hanging in the cafeteria. Sharta, talking with her I lost track of time. I will make up to you by going on a date this weekend, is that okay? Tia's eyes started sparkling hearing that. Tia, okay, you are forgiven. Tell me, did you tell her the truth about yourself? Sharta, I did, but I was unable to explain everything to her. She will be joining us for dinner and I think she will be bringing another guest. Tia, oh, that is great. Does that means the heiresses also know about you? Sharta, no they don't. I don't believe Akeno will keep her promise. While this was going on, the two devil heiresses were in a meeting among themselves. Sona, so Rias, do you think that the new student was sent by church? Rias, to tell you the truth I have no idea, but Akeno here talked with him, she is head over heels for him. Akeno, I am not head over heels for him, he has similar hair as the one who saved me, so I confronted him, but it was just false hope. He saw me for the first time in his life. Rias, but that doesn't mean that he is not sent by the church. Sona, it does not. Rias, we need to be careful about him. Rias, don't worry, if he tries to create trouble here we will take care of him. Sona, we will see that it time comes to that. And him wearing a cross is giving me headaches. After that, they finished their meeting and everyone went to do their devil duties. After reaching Orc, Rias went to take rest. Chiron was about to leave for her duties, but Akeno stopped her. Akeno, Chiron, I want to talk to you about something. Chiron, yes senpai, tell me, do you need something? Akeno, I might have found the person who saved you. Chiron, what, where? Did you find him? How did you find him? Akeno, ask one question at a time and I will tell you later. Now you complete your jobs, after that meet me here. Akeno showed her the address and Chiron nodded. Chiron didn't lock away her emotions because she knew what actually happened. She became really excited after learning that Akeno might have found her savior. After this, they left Orc to do their jobs. After completing their jobs they both came to the given address and found a mansion. They both nodded to themselves and knocked on the door. After a few seconds the door was opened by a black-haired beautiful young woman. Akeno didn't know the woman, but she felt massive power coming from her. But it was a different story for Chiron. She was completely pale, she was shaking seeing the woman. She didn't know her, but she felt that this woman had godly power. How can I help you? Akeno, I was looking for my friend named Sharta. Does he lives here? Yes, he told me that we are expecting guests. But he didn't tell me that someone so adorable will also come. The black-haired woman said the last part, pointing towards Chiron. Chiron got scared by her hid behind Akeno. The black-haired woman then led them inside. Inside, Akeno saw an older version of Tiamat and she was really shocked, and she was also shocked at how much power she also had. She then found Sharta in the kitchen making food. He turned towards them and said, Sharta, glad you came, and you brought another guest. After seeing Sharta, Chiron was completely shocked. She was sure that this boy standing in front of her is the one who saved her. She was in trance and let her guard down. Amy saw that, immediately picked up in her arms and started pinching her cheeks. Seeing Sharta, Chiron's eyes also filled with tears and was about to cry, but Amy, seeing that, started consoling her. Tiamat also joined their group in the kitchen. Amy was sitting on a chair with Chiron on her lap. Akeno was shocked seeing how these peoples interacted. After Chiron calmed down, she looked towards Sharta. Chiron, why did you leave me? Sharta, Akeno also wanted to know that, so I will be clear. When I saved both of you I lived with my grandfather. If I have taken you with me, the nicest thing he could have done to you is kill you. I cannot let that happen, so that I had to leave you. Akeno, so your grandfather is not someone nice. Sharta, he just wants to use everyone to his own profit. Chiron, where is my sister? Sharta, I don't know, but she is alive. If she would have stayed she would be captured and killed. She was branded as a stray devil. Do you still have the journal? Chiron, I still have that. Sharta, now that is clear with both of you, what do you want to know next? Akeno, who are both of these women? Why I sense so much power from them? Amy, my name is Amaterasu, I am the goddess of the sun and Sharta's fiancé. Tia, I am Tiamat the Chaos Karma Dragon, one of the 5 Dragon Kings, also Sharta's fiancé. Hearing them both, Akeno and Chiron were both shocked and scared to the core. They were so shocked that they passed out. Chiron was in Amy's lap, but Akeno was caught by Tia before she fell on the ground. Sharta, well, that went really well. Chapter 35, Chess. After a few minutes they both woke up. They looked at their surroundings and found that they are still in Sharta's house. After waking up, Akeno was only thinking one thing, that she could never be with Sharta. He already had a goddess and a dragon king as his fiancé, why would he even care for a weak half-fallen and devil like herself? Akeno really liked Sharta, she always dreamt of reuniting with him and confessing to him, and after that, they would be forever together. Sharta, are both of you okay? Chiron, yes, I am fine. Akeno, I am also fine. Amy and Tia both noticed the pained look in Akeno's eyes. They both knew what was going on in her mind and decided to talk with her later. After that, Sharta told them everything about himself and skipped on some massive details like his brother fight with Susanoo and also saving Claria, Belial and Masumai. He also didn't tell them about system and reincarnation. Sharta, I only ask one thing from both you, please keep all of this secret from any other devils in our school. Chiron, I promise I will keep your secret. Akeno, I will also keep everything a secret. Then they all had dinner together. All of them liked his food. For Chiron and Akeno the food was heavenly, it was their best food. After dinner, they were about to leave, but Amy and Tia took Akeno with them somewhere to talk and warned Sharta not to eavesdrop. Amy, so Akeno, you like Sharta? Akeno, I don't know what you are talking about. Tia, don't need to hide it, we saw how you looked at him. Amy, if you want him, firstly you need to know that you have to share him, and secondly you need to be honest with yourself. Akeno, I really like him, but I even don't know that if he will ever like someone weak like me. I have always dreamt about reuniting with him and then being forever with him, but now I don't know. Tia, I can tell you one thing, that he doesn't care about all this stuff. Akeno, okay, I will think about that, I need some time to think about that. After that, they came back and saw Chiron eating sweets. Amy found that really adorable, again started pinching her cheeks. Then they were about to leave his house. Amy, Chiron, come again, I will give you sweets, and Akeno, you are always welcome. Sharta, let me drop you home. Akeno, no, we will be leaving by a magic circle. After that Akeno prepared a magic circle, and then Chiron and Akeno stepped into it, and they left the house. Sharta, today was a really long day. Tia, yes, it was really a long day. Amy, okay, so let's go and get some sleep. After that 1 week have already passed, but Akeno was still not sure about her feelings. This whole week Chiron, after completing her job, went to meet Amy. They became like sisters. But it was enough for Sona, she wanted to clear the doubt of him about Sharta being an exorcist. And if he was not an exorcist she would just wipe his memory, or if he had something special she would ask him to join her peerage. So she called Sharta to the student council room. Sharta, hello Miss Shidori, I don't think I broke any rule. Sona, no, you didn't break any rule, I just wanted to speak with you. Sharta, well, that is really nice, I always wanted to be friends with you. Sona, well, Mr. Grud, do you believe in supernatural? Sharta, you mean like angels, fallen angels, and devils? I do believe in those. Sona, yes, exactly. So which faction do you belong to? Sharta, do you play? Sharta asked Sona, pointing towards her chessboard. She nodded. Sharta, if you win I will honestly tell you about me and you can do whatever with the information. Sona, and if you win? Sharta, I will not tell you anything about me that is obvious, and any information you have regarding me you will keep it to you. Sona, agreed, so let us begin. Tsubaki, please inform the teachers that we won't be joining classes. Only Sona and Tsubaki were present in the student council room. They started their game and Tsubaki left them to inform the teachers. After about 30 minutes Tsubaki came back to SCR, student council room, and saw her king winning, but after a few moves the game completely changed. Sharta, and that's checkmate. Sona, Ellie, let's play again? Sona and Tsubaki were both shocked seeing the result. And Sona was not ready to get into a marriage agreement like this. She underestimated him, that's why she lost, at least that's what she thought. She was now going to play more seriously so she can even the odds. Sharta didn't say anything, just nodded. They started playing again. The game ended after 45 minutes. Sharta, again that's checkmate. Sona has a completely grim face, Tsubaki was also pale. Sona now clearly knew that the boy in front of her was better than her. Sona let out a huge sigh. Sona, at least tell me if you are sent from church or not. Sharta, I won, so I won't be telling you anything about me. Now if you want to play again sometime feel free to ask me. And I guess since we are friends now you can call me Sharta. Sharta got up from his seat and started leaving. Tsubaki knew what would happen if someone defeats her king in chess. She also knew that Sona needs to quickly find out everything about this boy, because if the boy turns out to be an exorcist it would become problematic later. Tsubaki was about to call to Sharta to stop. But suddenly Sharta stopped on his own. Sharta, why both of you became so tense? Let me show you something. Sharta then unfurled his 5 pairs of devil wings, which really shocked Sona and Tsubaki. He was a devil, a Satan-class devil who wears a cross on his ear. Which devil won't be shocked seeing that? Sharta then hid his wings and walked out of the room and left to stun Sona and Tsubaki. Only one thing was coming to Sona's mind. Sona, what have I gotten myself into? Chapter 36, Akeno's Confession. The SCR was completely silent. Neither Tsubaki nor Sona was speaking. Tsubaki decided to break the silence. Tsubaki, Kaiko, should we tell Serafil-sama? Sana, not now. First of all, we need to find that if he belongs to the old Satan faction. Tsubaki, I don't think that he belongs to the old Satan faction. Sana, why is that? Tsubaki, they already know that you and Rias-sama are both sisters of the Devil Kings. If they send someone from old Satan faction here, they would be openly declaring war. Sana, that is correct. Tsubaki, should we Rias-sama about Sparta? Sana, no, we will just tell her to stay away from him since I am interested in him for my peerage. Sparta, who are you? Tsubaki, do you think Tiamat Grud is also a devil? Sana, maybe we can't say for sure. But I think I know who she is, and if she is who I think she is, then we will have a huge problem. Later that day, Sana told Rias that she is interested in Sparta. Rias agrees with her and decides to not interfere with Sparta. When Akeno heard that Sana wants to make Sparta her peerage member, she decided that she will tell Sparta about her feelings soon. Rias has also been noticing a different attitude in Akeno. Most of the time now she seems to be thinking about something or lost in her thoughts. Amy had made a contract with Chiron so that Rias doesn't get suspicious about her. After 3 days thinking, Akeno had decided to ask Sparta on a date this weekend. Sparta and Tia were about to leave the class after school, but Akeno stopped Sparta. Akeno, Sparta, are you free this weekend? Sparta, yes, I am free. Akeno, will you go out with me this weekend? Sparta, you know right that I already have 2 fiancés. Akeno, yes I know, and I don't mind sharing you. Sparta, okay, I will go out with you. Where should we meet? Akeno, we will meet at about 10 am. Sparta, it is fine with me. Tia was really happy for Akeno that she was able to sort out her feelings. After that, Sparta and Tia went towards their home and Akeno went towards Orc. On the day of the date, Sparta had already told Amy that he was going on a date with Akeno, and she was also happy. Sparta left the house and headed towards the location they have decided to meet. Sparta reached at about 9:50 am. After waiting for 5 minutes, Sparta could already see Akeno coming towards him. Akeno was wearing a white and purple striped dress. Her hair was tied in a single ponytail by a purple hairband. After a few seconds, Akeno reached in front of Sparta. Sparta, you're looking really beautiful. Akeno, you're also looking quite dashing. After that they started their date. They spent their date by going to a lot of shops, having lunch in a nice restaurant. After that, watch a movie. After that, Sparta took her to a park because Akeno wanted to talk to him about something. After some time they reached the park. Akeno, Sparta, I have not been fair to you. You have saved me and my mother, and I have been unreasonably selfish. Truth is, when you saved us, since then I have fallen in love with you. And not having you near me made me selfish. When I found that you were living your life nicely, I started blaming you, which was completely wrong. Firstly, I want to apologize for how I behaved, and secondly, I want to thank you myself in behalf of my mother for saving our lives. Even though you don't accept me, I just want you to forgive me for how I treated you. Sparta, you know being selfish is fine, and I forgive you for how you behaved, and as for your confession. Akeno became nervous and Sparta wrapped his hand around her waist and pulled her closer and without warning kissed Akeno on her lips. At first she was shocked, and then she slowly reciprocated the kiss. After 5 minutes of the kiss, they parted due to lack of air. Akeno's face was completely red. Neither of them spoke, they just kept looking at each other's face. It was already dark. After a few minutes they broke out of trance and Sparta then walked Akeno to her home. Akeno, I guess this is the end of our date, will you take me to more dates? Sparta, of course I will. Good night Akeno. Akeno started going towards her home while Sparta stood there. Suddenly Akeno came back and gave a quick peck on Sparta's lip and quickly ran into her house with a red face. Sparta, my life will be getting more interesting. Chapter 37, Sona Satrai. 3 months have passed after Akeno's confession. In these 3 months, a lot has happened. Sparta became close to Sona. Sona has started accepting him but didn't tell him about the marriage contract. Sparta also didn't tell her anything about himself except that he is a Satan-class devil. Sona has challenged Sparta a lot of times, but every time the result was the same: Sparta won. So Sona finally decided to tell him about the marriage agreement. But today was a special day for Sparta. Today he was turning 18, meaning he can buy and drive a car for himself. He was really excited. He also decided to keep a small party at his house. He was currently sitting in the class and thinking of which car to buy. He always wanted to buy a car for himself. He was brought of his thoughts by an announcement: he was being called to SCR. Sharta got up from his seat and started moving towards SCR. He was wondering if Sona wants to challenge him again or not. Soon he reached the SCR and knocked and was answered to come in. Sharta opened the door and entered and found Sona and Tsubaki sitting on the couch. He had started calling both Tsubaki and Sona by their first name from 1 month. Sona gestured Sharta to sit in front of her. Sona, Sharta, I need to tell you something. Sharta, okay, I am listening. Sona, do you know about how young devils are bound in a marriage contract from a young age? Sharta, yes, I know about them. Sona, I was also being bound in such a contract, so I made a contract with my family that I will be marrying only someone who is smarter than me, and I was always good at chess from my childhood. Sharta, Sona, you mean if someone beats you in chess you will have to marry him? Sona, exactly, I am in a marriage contract with you, Sharta. Sharta, so have you told your family already? Sona, no, I haven't told them. Sharta, so what do you want to do? I don't want to force you into a marriage contract. Sona's face becomes completely red. Tsubaki was smiling mischievously at her king. Sona, IIFO found you really nice, so I have no problem with the agreement. But I want to know more about you. And by the way, happy birthday. Sharta, thank you Sona, but how did you know? Sona, from your documents provided in the school. Sharta, but before anything, I want to tell you that I already have 3 fiancés. Sona, I have expected that, but already 3? I know that you have been dating Akeno for the last 3 months. I guess Tiamat is also one of them, since she always keeps saying that she is your distant cousin, so no one thinks that you are siblings. Those 2 are in your harem, right? Sharta, Sona, you are really smart. Yes, Tia and Akeno are both my fiancés. Sona, is this Tiamat the same Tiamat who went missing from Familiar Forest about 2 years ago? Sharta, yes, she is the same. Her becoming my fiancé was really a wild card. Hearing that Sona and Tsubaki got really sacred. Tiamat was the strongest dragon king, they becoming scared was a natural reaction. Sharta seeing them chuckled a little. Sharta, don't worry, she doesn't bite. Sona, that means that you are the one who fought her in the Familiar Forest? For real, tell me, how strong are you? Sharta, that was really a nice fight, I haven't have fought anyone since that, good old days. A certain someone told me that I am surely in the top 5. Sona and Tsubaki were completely shocked by hearing that. How can be a Satan-class devil be that strong? Sona, that is not possible, not even Lord Surtsk's is in top 5 and you just a Satan-class devil. Sharta, I am not a simple devil, have you ever seen a devil immune to holy objects? Not even Surtsk's Lucifer is immune, and it is told that he is the strongest devil. Sona, that is true, but still it is not believable. Sharta, my real name is Sharta Gilgamesh Lucifer. Hearing that, Sona and Tsubaki got really scared. Being a Satan-class devil is one thing, but being a Lucifer and also Satan-class is completely a different thing. They didn't know who Gilgamesh was, so they didn't think much of it. It also meant he was from the old Satan faction. Sona somehow gained courage. Sona, do you belong to the old Satan faction? Sharta, to tell you the truth, I have no connection to any devils except my origin. Sona didn't say anything, but she was thinking something. After a couple of minutes, she left out a big sigh. Sona, so tell me about your last fiancé. Sharta, actually she was the first one. Why don't you both come to my house today with me? I have arranged a small party. Sona, but I haven't bought anything for you. Tsubaki, me too, we can't go empty-handed. Sharta, don't worry about that, you being there is enough for me. Sona/Tsubaki, but we. Sharta, please, I insist. Sona, okay, we will go, but Sharta, I needed to tell you one more thing. I have a sister, she is a devil king, Seraphal Leviathan, please be careful of her in the future. I wish to announce my engagement in my house. She is a bit siskin, you know. Sharta, I will be careful of her, and one more thing, that there will be lots of powerful people in the party, so please don't freak out. All of them are really nice. Chapter 38, Gifts. Sona, what kind of powerful people? Sharta, that will be a surprise. But whatever you see there, you need to keep it to yourselves. Sona, okay, I can agree to that. Sharta, after school, I will come to pick you up. Sona, okay. After that, Sharta got up and went towards the class. After the school ended, Akeno was waiting for Sharta and Tia outside their class. Akeno had already told Rias that she is dating Sharta. Rias was slowly growing suspicious of Sharta. Akeno, Sharta, Tia, let's go. Sharta, we need to pick up Sona and Tsubaki first. Akeno, does Sona know about you? Sharta, not everything. Tia, so why did you reveal yourself to her? Sharta, well, I defeated her in chess and hence we are both in a marriage agreement. While on the way to SCR, Sharta told full details to Tia and Akeno. After reaching SCR, Sharta knocked on the door and the door was opened by one of the peerage members of Sona. Sona asked them to wait for a little. After a few minutes, Sona and Tsubaki were ready to leave. Soon all 5 of them left the school. Seeing them walking together, all the boys were cursing Sharta and girls were imagining a lot of scenarios. Sharta, Akeno, where is Chiron? Akeno, she already went to your home. Sharta, oh. After that, they were walking slowly towards Sparta's home. Sona and Akeno were walking at the behind. Sona, Akeno, have you been to his home before? Akeno, yes, a lot of times. They didn't notice Tia coming towards them. Tia, what are my sisters talking about? Sona, nothing Tiamat-sama. Akeno, she is just nervous. Tia, Sona, you don't need to add Sama, just call me Tia. Sona, okay Tia. Soon they reached Sparta's home. Sparta took out a key and entered the house along with the others. They saw that Sparta's house was completely dark. Suddenly all the lights were turned on. Everyone, happy birthday! Everyone cheered. Sparta saw that they have prepared a cake and lots of food. Sparta, thank you, everyone. In the room, there was Amy, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, Azazel, Vali, and Chiron. After that, Amy came near Sparta and led him towards the cake. Sparta cut the cake and drinks were brought in the room by Tia. She was already in her older version. After that, Sparta introduced Sona, Tsubaki, Akeno, and Chiron to everyone. Akeno and Chiron that prepared themselves for the shocks they would receive. Sona and Tsubaki's soul was about to leave their body after introducing them to everyone. Susanoo, father-in-law, I have heard from sister that you like muscle cars, so I brought something for you. Susanoo led him towards the garage and there was a black 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner. Sparta's eyes were already sparkling. Then Susanoo gave him the keys. Sparta, thank you Susanoo, I really love it. Tsukuyomi, my gift is not flashy like my brother, I am giving you the ownership of my 5-star restaurant in Kyoto. He took out an agreement and handed it to Sparta. Sparta, thanks a lot brother-in-law. Azazel, here brat, take this. Azazel gave him a PS4 Pro gaming console. Sparta, thanks a lot Azazel. Vali, bro, I also got something for you. Vala gave him a cool black-colored analog watch. Sparta, thanks a lot bro, I will cherish this. I have also got something for you brother, I know you don't care about all this stuff, but here, take this sword, it is a Dragon Slayer sword you can integrate with your sacred gear. After all, it is also your birthday, so happy birthday bro. Sparta took a Dragon Slayer sword from Gob and handed it to Vali. Akeno gave him a pendant and Chiron gave him lots of chocolate. Sparta thanked both of them. Sona and Tsubaki were feeling outplaced for not bringing him anything. Sparta again assured them that it was okay, them being here is enough for him. After that, they all had dinner together. Sparta was really happy seeing all of them together. After that, all the adults were having drinks. Akeno kissed Sparta on lips before leaving. She and Chiron left by a magic circle. Seeing them, Sona got an idea. Tsubaki prepared a magic circle and Sona came near Sparta and kissed him on the lips. Sparta was shocked that Sona kissed him. Sona got completely red and ran into the magic circle and teleported. After that, Susanoo and Tsukuyomi also left. Azazel and Vala were last to leave. After everyone left, Sparta started cleaning the plates. He then took a bath and went to his room. After he entered his room, he found something which made his jaw hit the floor. Amy was lying on the bed wearing sexy black lingerie and Tia was also on the bed wearing sexy blue lingerie. Seeing them, Sparta gulped really hard. Amy, we have waited long for this night. Tia, we give ourselves as your gift, come and don't make us wait anymore. Sparta made a space barrier around the room so that no sound could be heard outside. Sparta, soon moans of pleasure filled the room. Chapter 39, Satri Family. Sparta woke in the morning and found himself naked and 2 beautiful women were sleeping over his chest, they were also naked. Sparta remembered that he lost his V-card last night, it was pretty intense how he recalled it. Soon Amy woke up and looked up to Sparta. Amy, Sparta, I love you. Sparta, Amy, I love you too. After that, she started kissing him and following the cue, Tia also woke and she also kissed Sharta. After that Amy and Tia both got up started going towards the bathroom swaying their butts. Tia, aren't you going to join us? Sharta instantly got up and followed them. All of them came down after a long tiring and intense bath. After that Sharta made breakfast for them. After breakfast, Amy went to Takamagahara. Sharta, Tia, can you clean the plates today? I have some work. Tia, aren't we going to school today? Sharta, nope, I need to go to the driver's license office so that I can drive my car as soon as possible. Tia, okay, I will do it. After that Sharta took his new car and left for the driver's license office. While this was going on in Sharta's house, Sona was getting ready to leave for the underworld. She was going there to tell them about her marriage contract. She also asked Sirafal to be present there. She made a maid circle and left for the underworld. A Satrai magic circle appeared in the Satrai castle living room. Lord Satrai, Lady Satrai, and Sirafal Leviathan were already present there. Out of the magic circle, Sona came out. Lord Satrai, Sona, what do you wanted to tell us? Sirafal, Sotan, what happened? Did someone did or say something to you? I will make him pay by freezing in an ice cube. Sona, there is no need to freeze anyone. I just wanted to tell you that I found someone for myself. Sirafal, how dare he take my sweet sister from me? How can you decide that without telling your big sister, Sotan? I am so hurt. Lord Satrai, Sona, but you know about your marriage contract, right? He needs to beat you in chess. Sona, we have played chess 84 times and he defeated me all the times I lost. Lord Satrai, he belongs to which race? Hearing all of them, Lady Satrai was getting angry. She wants her daughter to live happily. According to her, if both of them love each other, that is enough for them. Lady Satrai, all of that is unimportant. If she loves him and he loves her, that is final. Tell me, Sona, what is his name? Lord Satrai, sorry darling, I got too excited. Sirafal didn't argue. She understood what her mother is trying to say, but she decided to check the boy later herself. She wouldn't let anyone marry her cute little sister. Sona, I can tell you his name, but you have to keep it secret until he decides to reveal himself to the supernatural world. Lord and Lady Satrai didn't know why their daughter asked such a thing, but they knew that Sona was a smart girl. If she is asking something like that, it must have some reasons. Sirafal wanted to refute, but see her mother's gesture, she stopped herself. Lord Satrai / Lady Satrai / Sirafal, okay, we agree. Sona, okay, his name is Sharta Gilgamesh Lucifer. All three of them were completely shocked. Lord and Lady Satrai were shocked because of the name Lucifer, but Sirafal was shocked for a completely different reason. Sirafal, did you say Gilgamesh? Sona, yes, does it mean something? I thought you would be shocked because of him being a Lucifer. Lord and Lady Satrai also became curious. They also didn't know what that meant. Sirafal, Gilgamesh was the king of heroes and also mankind's first kingdom, the kingdom of Uruk. Him being a Lucifer is also shocking, but not like being the descendant of Gilgamesh. Tell me, Sona, do you know how strong he is? Lord and Lady Satrai were again shocked. Sona was also shocked this time. Sona, he told me that he is in the top 5, but I don't believe him. Sirafal, he has taken his name, that means he also has that annoying sacred gear. Believe him, he is in the top 5. Lady Satrai, what sacred gear? Sirafal, the gate of Babylon, the mythical Longinus, the 14th Longinus, the only sacred gear not made by God. Having that on top of being a Lucifer definitely makes him in the top 5. Lord Satrai, have you seen the sacred gear? Sirafal, I have not seen it, but Surtsk fought with Gilgamesh and lost, so you can imagine how strong it is. So if he is the devil now, he has only one weakness, holy objects. Sona, I think that is also useless. His bloodline is pure like the original Lucifer. He is completely immune to holy objects. To show it off, he also wears a cross on his ear. Hearing all these, Lord and Lady Satrai were almost passed out. Sirafal's face was completely pale. I need to tell about this to Surtsk now. Sirafal, give me his address now, I need to talk to him. Sona, here, take this and also be careful there are. Sona was unable to complete her sentence before that Sirafal took his address and teleported. Lady Satrai, what were you trying to say? Sona, that he has a lot of powerful friends, and 2 very strong fiancés. Lord Satrai, he has already 2 fiancés and you agreed to marry him? Lady Satrai, ignore your father, tell me who are they? Sona, he is friends with Shinto gods and Governor-General of Fallen Angels, and his fiancés are Amaterasu the Sun Goddess and Tiamat the Chaos Karma Dragon. Lady Satrai was completely stunned and hearing that Lord Satrai passed out. Lady Satrai, well, your sister will have quite the fun. Sona, I don't think it will good for her health. Sirafal had already reached Surtsk's office. She knocked on the door and it was opened by a beautiful mature woman with silver hair and silver eyes. Sirafal, FIA10, where is Surtsk-chan? I need to talk to him, it's quite urgent. Grafia, he is in the office signing papers. Sirafal ran quickly to the office and opened it and saw Surtsk battling with his nemesis paperwork. Grafia was also standing behind Sirafal. Sirafal, Surtsk-chan, we have a huge problem. Surtsk, calm down Sirafal and tell me what happened. Sirafal, a descendant of Gilgamesh and Lucifer, is staying in Kuoh. Surtsk, what? Do you know where he lives? Sirafal, I have got his address. Surtsk, Grafia, we need to leave now, prepare a magic circle. Sirafal showed Grafia the address and Grafia made the magic circle. All three of them stepped into the magic circle and teleported. They appeared in Kuoh town in front of a mansion. Surtsk, I guess this is the house. Chapter 40, Meeting Surtsk and Sirafal. Sirafal came forward and knocked on the door. They could hear a pair of footsteps coming from inside towards the door. The door was opened by a woman with pale blue hair. All of them recognized each other. Surtsk, Tiamat, what are you doing here? Tia, well, times change, why don't you all come inside and take a seat? After all of them moved inside the house and all of them were seated on the couch. Tia, okay, now which one of you will tell me how you found me? Sirafal, actually we didn't come for you. Tia, I somehow doubt that, so who are you searching for? Surtsk, we are trying to find the descendant of Gilgamesh and Lucifer. Tia, care to tell me how did you find about him? Surtsk, so you do know about him. Tia didn't answer but started rising her power, which resulted in Surtsk also rising his power. Sirafal, Surtsk-chan and Tiamat, we didn't come to fight, so please calm down. Tia, tell me how you found out about him. Sirafal, my sister told me that Sparta beat her in chess. So I naturally asked her about him. She told me his full name, so here we are. Tia, oh well, there's no crying over spilled milk. Sirafal, just like that, weren't you angry? Tia, I just wanted to know the source, just wait, he has gone out, he will come in maybe a couple hours. Make yourself comfortable, I am not so much into making tea or snacks. Surtsk, we are fine, Tiamat, we have a lot of questions for you. Tia, ask away, I was getting bored otherwise. Surtsk, what happened in the familiar forest? Tia, Sparta challenged me and we fought and I was defeated. Sirafal, you mean he is that strong? Tia was about to answer but their door suddenly opened and a woman with black hair and golden eyes entered the house. Amy, well, I was not expecting guests today and obviously not Devil's Kings at that. Sirafal, Lady Amaterasu, what are you doing here? Amy, it is my home. Surtsk, guess our mystery devil is gathering powerful people in devil territory. Amy, yes, devil territory that is still part of Shinto faction. So care to tell why do we owe the pleasure? Surtsk, we came to talk here with Sparta. Amy, Tia, where is Sparta? Tia, he went to the driver's license office. Amy, oh. Wait, I will prepare some tea and snacks. After a few minutes, someone again knocked on the door and Tia went to open the door. She opened the door and found Sparta standing. Sparta had already sensed the people inside. He gave Tia a little peck and went inside. Tia told him the situation. Sparta, I must have some luck, Devil King's coming to see me. Surtsk, you can't be a devil, you are wearing a cross. Sparta didn't say anything, just unfurled his devil wings to show them. They were shocked to their core. Sparta then hid his wings. Amy also came with tea and snacks. Sparta, so what do you want to talk about? Surtsk, firstly, do you belong to the old Satan faction? Sparta, I don't have any connection to devil faction except my origin. Surtsk, okay, so if you don't have any connection with them, would you mind joining us? Sparta, I won't be joining someone whose position is just for show. Surtsk, Sirafal and Grafia, all of them got angry hearing his comment. Surtsk, are you mocking us? Sparta, tell me, Surtsk, Lucifer, do you know Chiron? Surtsk, she is my sister's rook, what she has to do here? Sparta, She had a diary which could prove her elder sister's innocence. I believe you have seen it. What were you able to do with it? And you are proud of your position. Surtsks, first kid, watch your tone. And the decision was made by the Devil Council and she killed her master. Sparta, I killed him. What are you to do now? Try to kill me? Surtsks, is that a challenge? Sparta, pft. No. I only challenge someone whom I respect. Tell me, what have you done to gain my respect? You could not even stop the Nikoshou massacre, being the strongest devil. Surtsks didn't say anything but started releasing his power. Sparta also answered by releasing his power. Soon both of their power reached Satan class. Then Sirafal spoke up, seeing the situation. Sirafal, please stop, we only came to talk, not to fight. After hearing that, both Surtsks and Sparta calmed down. Sirafal, I get it, you are not a fan of Devil Kings, right? Sparta, it's not that I hate them, I just find them useless if they don't even know what is happening behind their backs. Sirafal, what do you mean by that? Sparta, maybe something like king pieces are still being used. Surtsks, what? That is impossible. Sparta, it is quite possible, and it is being supported by some old council coots. Surtsks, I will investigate it as soon as possible. From where did you acquire this information? Sparta, a little birdie told me. Grafia understood what Sparta was trying to do. Sparta was intentionally making Surtsks angry, but she didn't know the exact reason. She whispered something in Surtsks' ear and Surtsks let out a big sigh. Surtsks, just tell me, do you pose any threat to Devil Society? Sparta, if I was planning something, what are you going to do? Surtsks, are you trying to go on war with us? Sparta, trust me, it won't be war, it will be a massacre. But you see, since I am nice, I will do nothing like that. Surtsks, well, I see that you don't like me at all, mind telling me the reason? Sparta, you are not worthy of Lucifer's title, but just for that, I won't harm anyone, so rest assured that I won't be moving against Devil Society. And I also don't want Sona and Akeno to hate me. Surtsks, why do you think I am unworthy? Sparta, everyone says that you are the strongest devil, you are in the top 10 but still can't do what you want. Sirafal, are you serious about my sister? Sparta, I am completely serious about her. Surtsks, you took up the name Gilgamesh, that means you have that sacred gear? Sparta, yes, I have that, but you want proof, right? Surtsks nodded his head and Sparta opened a golden ripple and Issei started appearing in his hand. Surtsks got completely pale seeing the sword. Sparta didn't took out Issei completely and again put it in gob. Surtsks, so you can already use Issei? Sparta, I didn't think you would recognize that. Surtsks, I had some experience. After that, there was only a small talk. After a few more minutes they left the house. Grafia, what do you think about him? Surtsks, he is more dangerous than the original Gilgamesh. This one knows what are his capabilities and what can he do with it. He is not scared of anyone. One thing I know surely, that if I would fight him I would lose. He is hiding something which is much scarier. Sirafal, so should we put him under watch? Surtsks, no need, if he wanted to do something he doesn't need to lie. Chapter 41, Devil King's Meeting. Sirafal, Surtsks-chan, what was that sword? Surtsks, that was the sword of rupture Issei, it is an anti-world sword. That can kill us in an instant. Grafia, Surtsks-sama, I think you were really arrogant back there, you should not have disrespected Lady Amaterasu-sama. Surtsks, seeing them here I was really worried about my sister. I was in the wrong, they have lent us the territory, I shouldn't be arrogant. I will apologize to them later, but we have a lot to discuss with the other Devil Kings. Sirafal, I just hope they don't hold a grudge. Now I broke a promise to my sister, what should I do now? Surtsks, tell her the truth, she is smart, she will understand, unlike my sister. I will be calling a meeting later tomorrow. After that Sirafal also teleported to the Satrai castle, found her parents and sister waiting for her. Sona, where did you do? Sirafal, I went to Surtsks-chan and together we went to meet Sparta. Sona, so you broke the agreement? Sirafal, you need to understand Sotan that it was a matter of safety of whole devil faction. I had to do it for all devils. There is nothing I won't do for you, but lots of innocents could have died if he decided to attack us. Sona, okay, I understand, so now he must be scared of me because of you. Sirafal, actually it was opposite, we are scared of him. Lord Satrai, Lady Satrai, and Sona, all of them got shocked. How strong was he that even Devil Kings were scared of him? Sona, what actually happened there? Sirafal, he is not scared of anyone and he definitely holds the power back him up. He clearly hates us Devil Kings, especially Surtsk-chan. He even told Surtsk-chan that he is not worthy of his title. But he clearly said that he would not move against us since it would make you sad. He is serious about you. Sona's cheeks got red hearing her sister's last sentence. Lord and Lady Satrai were also happy to hear that their would-be son-in-law is that strong and cares for Sona. Sona, I need to leave for the human world. I need to attend school tomorrow. Sirafal, Sotan, don't leave your cute big sister. Lady Satrai, Sirafal, she needs to go, she has her duties in the town. Sona didn't wait and made a magic circle to leave for the human world. She stepped into the magic circle after saying farewell to everyone. Lord Satrai, our daughter has grown a lot. Lady Satrai, that she has. Sirafal, I will come to meet you soon, my Sotan. The next day in the human world, Sparta woke and found himself and Amy and Tia naked. They have some fun last night. Sparta gave the morning kiss and took an bath and started to prepare breakfast downstairs. After having breakfast, Amy went for her duties, Sparta and Tia went to school. After reaching class, he greeted Sana, Tsubaki and Akeno, which was irritating for Rias. She has already made up her mind to talk with him. Later, Sparta and Tia were invited in SCR by Sana. They were currently sitting on the couch. Sana, so I heard you met my sister. Sparta, I found her really nice, she was trying really hard to stop us from fighting. Sana, she told me that you don't like Devil Kings, especially Surtsk-sama. Sparta, do you hate me for that? Tia, they got what they deserved, someone needed to break their arrogance. Sana, I don't hate you. Maybe they did. Sparta, well, since that is out of the way, I would like to go on a date with you, Sana. Sana, wee with me? When are we going? Sparta, yes, with you, let's go this weekend. We will meet at about 11 am. Sana, works fine with me. While this was going in the human world, there was a meeting between Devil Kings. Surtsks, I have called this meeting because we have a serious situation on our hands. Ajilka, what kind of situation? Sirafal, we have found a Gilgamesh and Lucifer descendant. Falbium, where are they? Sirafal, it is only a single person, he is both Lucifer and Gilgamesh descendant. He currently lives in Kuoh town. Ajilka, so is he able to use his complete power? Surtsks, yes, he can use his full power, and he is also a Satan class devil and immune to holy objects. Falbium, that is not possible. Sirafal, we have also thought that, but his bloodline is pure like original Lucifer, making him immune to holy objects. Ajilka, if he is Gilgamesh's descendant, that means he must be half-breed. How did he make his bloodline pure? Surtsks, we don't know that. Ajilka, we need to talk to him. If he had found a way, it would completely change the devil society, we will be highly benefited. Sirafal, I don't think that he will be willing. Falbium, is he hostile? Surtsks, he dislikes us Devil Kings, but he will not be attacking us. Falbium, how can you be so sure? Surtsks, if he wants to do something, he doesn't need to lie, he has the power to destroy us all. Ajilka, which faction is he supporting? Surtsks, he is currently living with Lady Amaterasu and Tiamat. Ajilka, Tiamat is there? What are they planning? Sirafal, we don't know. But we saw Tiamat kissing him. Falbium, they are still a variable, we should try to set up a meeting with him. Ajilka, I also agree. Surtsks, we can work on that, but there is another pressing matter. Ajilka, what is it? Sirafal, we have gained information from him that king pieces are still being used and some council members are supporting it. Ajilka, do you trust him to go against Devil Council? Surtsks, I have thought of finding that it is correct or not, then we can move against the council. Falbium, how are we going to find out? Ajilka, I might have an idea of how to do that, but I will be needing some time to prepare everything. Surtsks, I think that will out, so Ajilka, I will leave you at that. Ajilka, okay, I will prepare it as soon as I can. Falbium, I guess this is it for the meeting? Surtsks, yes, the meeting is adjourned. Sirafal, we have a lot of work to do if he is right. Chapter 42, No Hero. The next day Sparta woke up in the morning and found that only Tia was with him. Amy had already left. Sparta took a bath and went downstairs. Amy had already prepared breakfast for them. After having breakfast, Sparta took his car and drove to school along with Tia. In Orc. Rias, Akeno, who is Sharta? Akeno, he is my boyfriend. Rias, I know he is your boyfriend, but actually who is he? I mean, Sona is also interested in him, but she still didn't make him her peerage member. Akeno, that completely depends on Sona. Rias, you know everything but you decided to not tell me. He is from church and you are devil, have you told him about yourself? Akeno, yes, I have told everything to him about me. Rias, so he knows about the supernatural world? Akeno, he does. Rias, if he knows, just let me talk to him once, please Akeno, I need all the help I can get. Akeno, fine. I will help you, I will ask him to come and help you, but nothing more than that. But first, call Sona. Rias, that is all I am asking. I will call Sona now. After that, Rias called Sona to come to Orc. After a few minutes, Sona came to Orc along with Tsubaki. They entered and found Rias and Akeno there. Sona, what do you want to talk about, Rias? Rias, Sona, who is Sharta to you, tell me truthfully, you told me that you are interested in him but you still didn't make him your servant. Sona, he is my fiancé. Rias, he beat you in chess? Akeno, you know about this? Sona, yes, he beat me and Akeno knows about that. Rias, so Akeno, is this the same Sharta that saved you and your mother? Akeno, yes, he is. Rias, so you lied to me before. Akeno, I had to lie, I needed to clear all my doubts. Rias, so you are lying to me for him. Akeno, I did what I have to do. Rias, so Sona, do you mind if I ask him to help me? Sona, no, I don't mind, and he asked us to keep everything secret about him, so don't blame Akeno for lying. Rias, what kind of secrets? Sona, it is not my place to tell you that. Rias, fine, I will ask him myself. After that, all of them left the Orc to attend classes. After the classes were over, Akeno came over to Sharta. Akeno, Rias wants to talk with you, would you mind coming to the Orc? Sharta, anything for you, lead the way. Then Akeno led him towards the Orc. Sharta entered Orc after Akeno and everyone waiting for them. Rias was sitting behind a desk, Kaiba was standing near her, Chiron was sitting on the couch along with Sona and munching on her sweets. Rias, welcome Sharta, I wanted to talk with you, why don't you take a seat? Sharta, so what do you want to talk about? Rias, I hear that you have quite a lot of secrets. Sharta, I have complete rights over my secrets, I choose with whom I like to share them. Rias, I don't think you have a choice here, you are living in my territory. Sharta, listen carefully, this territory doesn't belong to you, it belongs to Shinto faction, it was just lent to the devils. Rias, okay fine, keep your secrets, I want to make a deal. I want you to help me with my problem and I will let you stay in our territory. Sharta, aren't you too arrogant? I will not help, do whatever you can. Sona, I would like to intervene in Rias, this is also my territory and he is my fiancé, so stop talking to him like you own him or I will take this retaliate accordingly, which will be bad for you. Rias, please help me, you have helped Akeno. Sharta, I am not a hero in shining armor. I helped her because I wanted to. After saying that, he received a notification from the system which made Sharta angrier. Mission, help Rias. Details, join Rias's peerage and save her from her marriage contract. Rewards, Raijin Jaka and 70,000 SP. Failure, system will be locked forever. Time limit, 1 week. Sharta, these are the mission parameters, I don't have anything to do with them. Sharta, when did your problem arise? Rias, when I was 10 years old. Sharta, what have you done since then? You could have trained or whatever, your brother is said to be the strongest devil, you could have asked him to train you. Rias, you now my brother? Sharta, ask him yourself if that's it, I am leaving. After that, Sharta got up from the couch and left the Orc. Sona was looking towards Rias. Sona, you know you are really stupid, Rias, you should provoke someone whom you can win against. Rias, I am desperate now, they are pushing the dates closer. Sharta was going towards his car, Tia was waiting inside the car. Sharta was really angry, he got in the car and slammed the door. Tia seeing him got worried. Tia, what happened? Sharta, nothing you should worry about. Sharta. Chapter 43, Iris. Sharta reached home, parked his car in the garage and directly went to his room and slammed the door and made a space barrier around the room so no one can enter it. Sharta, no, any given mission is impossible to change. Sparta, she it. How much to buy Rinnegan? It will cost you 400,000 SP to buy Rinnegan. Sparta, Iris, the Rinnegan has 6 paths, right? Yes, it has 6 paths and some other powers. Do you want to know the details? Sparta, can I buy any path separately? Yes, you can buy, but the power will be much weaker than the full version. Sparta, how much will cost if I want to buy the Deva path? It will cost you 65,000 SP, but it will be 40% weaker than the full version of Rinnegan. Sparta, will the cooldown time after usage will increase? No, it will be like normal 5 seconds interval for normal use, and it will increase if you use your power on larger scale. Sparta, okay, buy it and integrate it. If you shut down or get locked, will my powers be taken which I received from you? Warning, if you want to do that you will be given a full Rinnegan, but the rest of the powers will be striped out after that, so you will feel more pain than normal Rinnegan awakening and for longer. No, none of yours powers will be lost. Sparta, no matter, just do it. Please keep your eyes closed during the whole process. Buying done, integrating. 1%, 2%, 3%. Sparta felt immense pain from his eyes. He started to shout. After an hour the process was completed. Sparta then again received a notification from system. Integration completed, now stripping the remaining powers, 1%, 2%, 3%. Sparta again felt immense pain from his eyes, like his eyes were being burnt out. After another hour Sparta noticed the pain fading. Stripping the remaining powers completed. Sparta activated his Rinnegan to check everything was okay or not. His eyesight was improved quite a bit. He deactivated his eyes and opened his room and quickly went towards the training area. After entering the training area he again activated his eyes and checked out powers like Universal Pull, Almighty Push. He found that his powers were more than pain but weaker than Madara. He was quite happy with his eye powers. Sparta, no Sparta, I am just like a program made to help you. Sparta, I am not responsible for what missions are created. Sparta, they are random and auto-generated. Sparta, I guess so, this is goodbye then, I won't be bowing down to anyone. Even if I die I will die with my head raised up. Sparta, I will never bow down to anyone. After that Sparta went upstairs and found Tia watching TV. Tia noticed him coming towards her. Tia, where were you? Sparta, in my room. What are you watching? Tia, this movie is awesome, come and watch it. In Orc. Rias, hello brother, do you know Sparta? Surtsks, as a matter of fact I know. Rias, who is he? Surtsks, you know I can't tell you that. Just understand one thing, stay away from him, he is far more stronger than you can imagine. Rias, then he can help me with the marriage contract. Surtsks, I said stay away from him and that is an order. Listen, I am asking that for your own safety, currently we are not in friendly terms. After that Surtsks disconnected the call and Rias started to look out of the window. POV, Rias. What he said is actually true, I have known about the marriage contract for a long time but I didn't do anything. I will show everyone that I am not some spoiled princess. I will train hard and beat Razor with only my peerage. I should ask Grafia to help me with training. I made a magic circle to contact Grafia. Rias, Grafia, I want to become stronger, will you train me? Grafia was stunned hearing my request, guess I was really spoiled. Grafia, yes I will. In Underworld. Surtsks, Grafia, who was it? Grafia, it was Rias-sama, she wanted me to train her. Surtsks, way ayot. My baby sister has grown so much. Chapter 44, Before Canon. Sparta woke early in the morning and found Amy and Tia still sleeping. Today he had a date with Sana. He took a bath and started to get ready and Amy was making some breakfast. After having breakfast Sparta took his car and went to their meeting location. Sparta parked in a nearby location and waited for Sana to come. After a few minutes, Sana came. Sparta, Sana, you look stunning. Sana, yo, you also look quite dashing. Their date went completely smooth. Currently, Sparta and Sana were sitting on a bench while eating ice creams. Sana was trying to ask something but was unable to make up her mind. Sparta, tell me Sana, what are you thinking about? Sana, Sparta, do you hate my sister? Sparta, I actually don't hate her, I hate her position. I found her position quite useless, they have no actual powers against the Devil Council. Sana, I understand what are you saying and I kind of agree with you. Sparta, what is your dream? I always wanted to ask you that. Sparta, to have absolute strength so that I don't have to answer to anyone, fighting strong people and always live happily with you guys. Sona, your dream is simple but you have to really work hard for that. Sparta, I guess I am simple-minded. Sona, what do you dream about? Sona, you know how the current devil society works, I want to make a school of raiding games for low-class devils. Sparta, that is quite a nice dream Sona. Sona, yes, but no one from the Devil Council will accept that, they will just laugh on me. Sparta, don't worry, I will kill everyone who will dare to laugh on your dream. Sona, aren't you scared of anyone? Sparta, currently there are only 2 beings can give me any challenge, Off-Eyes and Great Red. Sona got shocked when she heard him. After some time she calmed down again. Sona, I have found a potential peerage member. Sparta, who is he? Sona, his name is Genshiro Saji, he is in the 1st year. Sparta, when are you going to ask him? Sona, I am thinking of firstly knowing him, then I will ask him after this semester. Sparta, that is good, you just need to keep him in your sights. What I have to do? Sona, you will do nothing, I can do this on my own. Sparta, okay, let's go, it's already dark. After that Sparta took her to her house. Before Sona entered the house, Sparta kissed her on the lips. Sona's face was red but didn't say anything. After saying goodnight, Sona went inside the house and Sparta drove off. Time skip 6 months. Sparta was washing his car in lawn. He was now 6'1" tall. From today Sparta was in 3rd year. He could not believe that 1 year has already passed till he has brought his own house and moved in with Amy and Tia. In these 6 months, a lot had happened. Sparta has met with Sona's parents and they had accepted him in their family. Sirafal has also accepted him. She always takes Sparta with her to magical girl conventions since Sona won't go with her. Sparta became close to Sirafal but nothing romantic happened between them. Sparta always knew that Sirafal was nice from the anime. Sirafal was always cheerful and had a childlike personality which Sparta found really nice, he would always like to spend time with her. Sparta also met with Shuri in these months and told her the full story and she accepted him as her son-in-law. Sparta decided that he would let Barakil meet with Shuri, so he did that. At first, they were really distant but after a few days they found their lost love again. Barakil also accepted Sparta as his son-in-law. Akeno still didn't forgive Barakil for leaving them. Shuri has also talked with her but it was of no use. Sparta also talked with her but she was still not ready to forgive him. Sparta told Shuri and Barakil that Akeno is a big girl, she will take time but she will eventually forgive him, they should not force her. Sparta has found that Tsubaki Shinra was also interested in him. He grew quite close to her, from time to time he would show her some sword moves. They would spar sometimes, maybe that was why Tsubaki started liking him. Sparta didn't make a move on her because she herself was not clear with her feelings. Sparta being her king's fiancé might be stopping her. Sparta didn't know exactly but he will only make a move on her after she becomes completely sure of her feelings. Sparta taught Sona and Tsubaki shogi. It was a game like chess that uses strategy. Sona and Tsubaki were really fond of the game. They would be playing the game every day with each other. Sona didn't know that she would find a game like chess. Sparta even taught Sona some swordsmanship because she could not always rely on strategy. The Devil Kings have tried to set up a meeting with Sparta on many occasions but he always denied them. Since Sparta lose the system he never stopped training in these 6 months. He was now at the doorstep of becoming a super-class devil. Since he didn't use VM that much he would always use it with Rinnegan's power or Sharingan's Kamui. He can now use VM as instinct but he can also turn it on or off. He grew really strong in these 6 months. He also spent a lot of time with Amy and Tia, taking them on lots of dates which always ended up them having fun in their room. Akeno and Sona also wanted to do it with him but he stopped them saying that he will do it when they turn 18. They were turning 18 quite soon so they agreed. Sparta was done with his car. After that he went inside his house to make breakfast for everyone. After breakfast, Amy left for Takamagahara and Tia and Sparta went to school in Sparta's car. Sparta. Chapter 45, Canon starts. After entering the school he found the first thing he saw that the perverted trio is being chased by kendo girls. He just left them with their business and he went towards his class along with Tia. Sparta, you know it would be really nice if Amy didn't give me this stupid duty. Tia, then you wouldn't be able to meet Akeno and Sona. Sparta, I had to agree with you there. After that everyone started coming to class but Sona didn't come to class, making Sparta wonder where she was. As usual, Sharta didn't pay any mind to classes, he just kept looking outside the window. Sharta also sensed that Rias grew strong in these 6 months, but it was not much improvement. Maybe now she is a little bit stronger than Akeno. It was still improvement, even it was small, but still have to go a long way before she would be able to defeat Razor. Soon the classes were over and Sharta decided to visit Sona to see what she is up to. So Sharta took Tia with him and started going towards the SCR. In SCR. Sona, so from now on you are Devil Gen Shiro Saji, welcome to my peerage. Then suddenly someone knocked on the door and she asked her Rook, Tsubasa Yura, to open the door. She saw her fiancé and future sister coming through the door. Sharta, so you made him a devil, I was wondering where you were. Sona, I was about to explain to him about the class of devils, why don't you join us? Sharta, yes sure, why not, new guy, nice to meet you. Saji, I know you are Sharta Grud, are you also a devil? No, you can't be, you are wearing a cross. Sharta, that is my bloodline specialty, and yes I assure you that I am a devil. Saji, so what piece you are? Sharta, that was really a funny joke. Sona, Saji stop, he is not in my peerage, he is my fiancé. Saji was completely to find that his crush was already engaged, but he decided to challenge him. He started to think that if he defeated Sharta, Sona would start to like him. His trains of thought were brought to a stop when Sona started to talk again. Sona, there are basically 5 classes of devils: low-class devils, middle-class devils, high-class devils, ultimate-class devils, and lastly Satan-class devils, and there is also a class above that, super-class devils. There is currently only 2 devils in that category. These classes are further divided into many other classes such as the low-high class devil, mid-high class devil, high-high class devil. You can get the example, right? Saji, yes I understand, so which class do I belong to? Sona, you currently belong to the mid-low class devil category, whereas I belong to the mid-high class devil. Saji, so which class do Sharta belong to? Sona, he belongs to the high Satan class devil category, he is one of the strongest devil out there, maybe even the strongest one. Saji got really shocked hearing how strong Sharta was. He started sweating bullets thinking that he was about to challenge someone like him. But he couldn't forget his crush, he thought that he will think about that later. Saji, didn't you say that there are 2 devils above Satan class, so how can Sharta be the strongest devil? Sona, if we only count the devil power then they are stronger, but Sharta is immune to holy objects, so it gives him lots of advantage. He has other kinds of power which make him more stronger than them. He is definitely in the top 5 in the ranking. Saji, aren't devil kings in the top 5? Sona, no they are not, only gods and some beings are in the top 5. Saji, what kind of beings? Sharta, that's way above your pay grade, you will know them if the time comes. Sona wanted to say about the beings, but after hearing Sharta she decided not to say. Knowing about them is not necessary for Saji, there is almost no chance that he will meet them ever in his long devil life. Tia, Sona, I want to come to our house this weekend, we will go shopping. Sharta, when did I plan that? Tia, you are not invited. Sharta, what? So you are talking about a girls' night out? Tia, you got it. Sharta was to talk again, but his phone started to ring. He took out his phone and saw that Azazel was calling him. He received the call. Azazel, how are you, kid? I miss you. Sharta, I am fine, I know you didn't call me to tell that you miss me. Azazel, kid, you hurt my feelings. Sharta, okay, cut the chase and tell me or I will cut the call. Azazel, you are no fun. Okay, listen, I little birdie told me that 4 fallen angels went rouge in Kuoh. Currently I and Vali are out of town. Sharta, are they your subordinates? Azazel, yes they were, but they are currently receiving orders from someone else. Sharta, so what do you want me to do? Kill them? Azazel, no, don't kill them, first see what is their objective and bring them to me, I need to interrogate them. Just don't them let do something big that a war would break out. Sharta, you know I am not your subordinate, right? Azazel, just do it for old time's sake, I will owe you a solid. Sharta, okay, I will take you up on that. After that Sharta disconnected the call, found Sona curiously looking at him. Sharta, it was Azazel. Sona, what did he want? Sharta, nothing to worry about, care to have a game of shogi? Sona, I was also thinking about that. After that, they started playing shogi. Sharta knew that Rinnegan would ask Issei for a date today, so he decided to take care of that later. Seeing them, Saji had mixed feelings, but he could not do anything. Saji was not stupid, he knew about the abundantly huge power gap between him and Sharta. Chapter 46, Daily Life. After playing shogi with Sona, Sharta left the SCR with Tia. After reaching home, Sharta decided to check on the fallen angel's situation. He made a garganta and went to the old church in town. After reaching there, he made a space barrier around him so no one could notice him. He went inside the church to hear on their conversations. He found that Rinnegan has already asked Issei for a date, which he has agreed to. After some time he left the church. After that Sharta directly went to his home and decided to take a bath. After a bath, he started to prepare dinner. After some time Amy also returned from Takamagahara and she went to get freshened up. After the food was prepared, they all had a nice dinner. After that they all went to Sharta's room to sleep. There was no fun today. Before Sharta went to sleep, he was still thinking. Sharta, so Issei will be going to date tomorrow. I should not interfere before Issei is killed, or I won't be getting an opponent with plot armor. But what should I do about Asia? Well, I guess she will be fine with Issei. I don't want to get girls left and right. I already have 4. Having all these thoughts in his mind, Sharta went to sleep. The next morning Sharta woke up and followed his daily routine, while someone knocked on his door. He quickly went upstairs to answer the door. He opened the door and found Sona, Akeno, and Chiron. Sharta, well, good morning guys, I didn't think that you guys would be coming early. After that Sharta welcomed them inside and kissed Akeno and Sona on the lips and asked them to sit in the dining room. After some time Amy came downstairs and greeted them, and she started to prepare breakfast for all of them. After breakfast, all the girls went out for shopping, leaving Sharta alone in the house. Sharta got really bored, decided to keep a watch on Issei date. He made a space barrier around him and left the house and quickly found Rinnegan and Issei. He noticed that Kaiba was also following the duo. After following them for an hour, Sharta got bored again and decided to go to Takamagahara and meet with Susanoo and Tsukuyomi. He opened a garganta and went directly into Susanoo's office. Susanoo didn't sense him because he still had his space barrier activated. He broke the barrier and decided to surprise Susanoo. Sharta, how are you, brother-in-law? Susanoo, what the hell? You almost gave me a heart attack. Why are you here? Sharta, your reaction was quite delightful. Am I not welcome to come and visit my brother-in-law? Susanoo, of course you are always welcome here, but please use the door next time. Sharta, I will keep that in mind. After that Sharta chatted a bit with Susanoo and then left to visit Tsukuyomi, and he also had a chat with him. After that Sharta decided to go home and wait for others to come back and make dinner for them while he waits. After a few hours, they came back, and as soon as they entered the house they were entranced by the delicious aroma of food. All of them started drooling. Sharta, stop drooling and get freshened up. As soon as you do that you can eat. After that none of them stayed there and they immediately went to get freshened up, and soon they joined him at the table. They started to chow down the food immediately. After dinner, they thanked him for the food and Akeno and Sona kissed him goodbye and they went to their houses using their respective magic circles. Akeno took Chiron with her and Sona went on her own. Sharta took a bath and went to his room to sleep, and he found that Amy and Tia were already asleep. Sharta guessed that they really had fun today and he also joined them in the bed. Next day Sharta needed to verify if Issei has been turned into a devil or not. The next day Sharta went to school and found that Issei has become a devil. He also saw Issei asking his friends if they remembered about Yuma Amano, but none of them remembered her. Sharta went to his class along with Tia and he was greeted by Tsubaki, Sona, and Akeno. A lot of gossips was going around the other students as Sharta was blackmailing them and doing shameful things to them. Otherwise, why so many beautiful girls would be so chummy with him? But Sharta didn't care about them a bit, neither the girls. If they want to clear their confusion, then they would need to reveal the supernatural world to them. After the class ended, Sharta decided to spend his time with Akeno. He took her for a drive. When it was almost dark he dropped her back to Orc. Sharta drove his car and parked the car near the park. Soon he noticed Issei in the park and soon he was attacked by Doni. He threw a light spear at Issei which pierced through his stomach and Issei fell forward. Soon the Gremory Peerage showed up and asked Doni to leave or they will kill him. After that Doni flew up and started to go away and Sharta followed him. Doni, if that red-haired BH didn't show up I could have killed him. Sharta, well, those aren't nice words to hear. Chapter 47, Warning Issei. Doni, who are you? Show yourself. Sharta, I am standing here Dumba and who I do not matter to you. Donazik, watch your mouth you pretty kid, but I would really like to break your arrogance before killing you. Donazik makes a light spear and throws that on Sparta with inhuman speed, but as soon as the spear touches him it returns to Donazik with triple speed and pierces his stomach. Donazik falls on the ground with a hole in his stomach. He was still alive but was even unable to comprehend what happened. Sparta, it would be an insult if I have to raise a hand to kill an insect like you. Donazik, how dare you call me an insect? I will kill you. Donazik still managed to form a light spear and threw it at Sparta. Again the same thing happened, but this time the spear directly pierced his heart. Donazik could not even believe what happened. He had a look of disbelief on his face before he died. Sparta, as I said, to even raise a hand against you would be insulting. After saying that, Sparta activated his EMS and used Amaterasu to burn down Donazik's corpse. After that, Sparta took out his phone and called Azazel. His phone rang 2 times before he picked up. Azazel, have you found out about their plan? Sparta, I have done that and I killed a fallen, his name was Donazik, he attacked me so he had to die. Azazel, alright, so what are they planning? Sparta, one of them had killed this generation's Red Dragon Emperor but was revived as a devil by Rias Gremory, and they are currently waiting for a nun to come the day after tomorrow. They want to extract her sacred gear. Azazel, okay, do whatever you want, just bring the surviving fallens to me if any left. Sparta, okay, I will do that. After that, Sparta cut the call and went home and found that Amy had prepared dinner. After having a nice dinner, Sparta took a bath and went to sleep to his room and found Amy and Tia both in a mood to have some fun. Obviously, they had a lot of fun together and then they fell asleep. The next day he went to school and saw Issei coming to school with Rias. Kaiba came to call Issei to Orc during the lunch break. He decided to pay them a visit so that make clear to Issei that Akeno and Chiron are off limits. Chiron was not a love interest to Sparta but most likely a sister. So he didn't want Issei to be leering over them with his filthy eyes. A/N, I know a lot of guys will rage about this but I have planned something for her in the near future. Sparta told Tia that he needed to something and he made his way towards Orc. He made a space barrier around him so that no one could sense him and listen to their conversation. As soon as Rias completed her explanation to him, Sparta decided to enter and he broke his barrier and knocked on the door. The door was opened by Kaiba. Sparta, well, that is a surprise. Rias, what is? Sparta, you really got some luck, you got yourself this generation's Red Dragon Emperor as your servant. Everyone in the room was shocked except Sparta and Issei. Issei had a confused look on his face as usual. Well, he was Issei after all. Issei, what are you doing here, pretty boy? There is already a pretty boy here. Don't tell me you are also a devil. Sparta, yes, I am a devil, but keep it noted I am not in her peerage. Issei, you can't be a devil. Rias senpai told me that holy objects are harmful for devils and you wear a cross. Sparta, believe me, I am devil. Rias and Kaiba were shocked that she got someone in her peerage who can rival gods. But Akeno and Chiron were shocked for a completely different reason. They knew Sparta's brother was the White Dragon Emperor, meaning Issei had to fight him eventually. They felt pity for Issei. Rias, why are you here, Sparta? Sparta, I am here to make this pervert understand something. Stay away from Akeno and Chiron. Akeno is mine and Chiron is like my sister. This is the only time I am going to ask you nicely. If you disregard me I will give you a slow and painful death. Even Rias wouldn't be able to save you from that, you understand me? Issei was about to retort to him but Rias beat him. Rias, I will be sure to keep him in check, I give you my word. Sparta, you better keep your word or you will be searching for new pawns. After saying that, Sparta left Orc and started walking towards the school. Issei, who was he? How dare he talk to you like that? Rias, Issei, please listen to me, he is a very strong devil. Even I won't be able to protect you if you incur his wrath. Please don't offend Akeno or Chiron in any way. Akeno and Chiron felt really nice that someone would go to such high lengths for them. Akeno was proud of him. Akeno, just don't try anything perverted near me and we can be friends. Chiron, stay away from me, pervert. Issei was really devastated hearing that he can't be with Akeno and Chiron, but he soon cheered up because he can make his moves on Rias and Sparta didn't warn him about her. After the school was over, Sparta went to talk with Sona. He played chess with her and then he and Tia left the SCR and drove to their home. After reaching home he followed his usual routine. While he was on bed he was thinking that if he should ask Sona and Akeno to move in with him. Next day Asia Argento would be coming into the town, meaning things will get a little messy. Thinking all these, Sparta fell asleep. Chapter 48, When Things Go South. The next day Sona contacted Sparta in the morning saying that her sister wanted to meet him, so Sparta went to school early alone because Tia wanted to skip school so she could clean her treasures. After reaching school he went to SCR to meet Sirafal. Sirafal, Sparta-chan, did you miss me? I missed you a lot. Sparta, maybe a little bit. A/N, from now on I will be referring to Sirafal as Sira. Sparta, so what do you wanted to talk about? Sira, the Devil Kings want to talk with you. Sparta, you know that I don't want to talk with them. Sira, please Sparta, do it for your Siratan. She then used her puppy eyes attack on him, and after a few glances Sparta gave in. Sparta, okay, only one meeting. Sira, yay. I knew you care about me. So let's go. Sparta, you mean right now? Sira, yes, right now, they are waiting for you. Sparta, okay, lead the way. Sira got up from her seat and made a magic circle and stepped inside it, dragging Sparta with her. In Underworld, a magic circle of Satrai clan appeared in the meeting room of Devil Kings and two people came out of it, Sparta and Sira. Sparta saw that Surtsks, Ajilka and Falbium were already present in the room. Surtsks, Sparta, welcome to the Underworld, we have been expecting you. You already know me and Sirafal, now meet Ajilk Beelzebub and Falbium Asmodeus. Ajilka, it is nice to meet you Sparta. Falbium, nice to make you Sparta. Sparta, same here, it was nice to meet you all. After that Sparta was given a seat so that he could also join the meeting. Ajilka, Sparta, we would like to thank you for giving us the information about the king pieces. We have verified that it is being used by some devils and we also know that some council members are supporting them. Sparta, well, that is good for you. Falbium, so from where did you acquire this information? Sparta, somewhere, I am friends with a lot of people. Falbium, we just want to know that who would have this kind of information even we Devil Kings don't have. Sparta, oh, there are a lot of things that you Devil Kings don't know about. Surtsks, such as? Sparta, when the time comes I will tell you maybe. Falbium, how can we trust you? Sparta, you don't, just think that if I wanted to do something you won't be able to stop me. I don't need any roundabout way to hurt you. Surtsks, okay, there's no need to get jumpy. Ajilka, Sparta, you were born between a devil and a human, so how did you become a full devil? Sparta, I will tell you if you promise me that stays only in this room. If this gets out, a lot of chaos and mayhem will happen in the underworld. Devils will start killing other devils and so on. Hearing that, all the Devil Kings gulped hard, they understood how grave this can be. If half devils can become pure devils, then there will be lots of instability in the devil society, but they needed to know how. Many can use this to overthrow the current devil system and their rulers. Sparta, the truth is, I don't have a single clue. All the Devil Kings fell from their chair. They were listening closely to what Sparta was going to say. Ajilka, what do you mean by you don't have a clue? Sparta, just like I said, not a clue. It happened on its own, as I grew up my bloodline kept growing purer. Falbium, this must be a joke. Sparta, well, your reactions were pretty funny. Sira, it was not funny for us. Surtsks, so now, that out of the way. Do you want the Lucifer title back? Sparta, what do I need to do? Surtsks, you have to defeat me in a one-on-one match in front of Devil Kings and our people, and you also have to prove yourself as a leader or king. Sparta, well, that blows. I would really like to beat you into ground in front of your people, but leading people is not my game. I am not into managing people. Surtsks, would it hurt for you to not hate me so much? Sparta, yes, so anything else you want to talk about? Ajilka, we would really like you to be on friendly terms with us. Sparta, I have already made myself clear, I thought. Falbium, and what would be that? Sparta, I don't meddle with people who just have a shiny title just for show. Falbium, kid, you are pretty arrogant, I would really like to break it. Sparta, you are not even a super devil, I really want to know what makes you so confident. Sira, stop. We are not here to fight. Falbium, he is just a kid, Sirafal, and he is questioning our authority with constant insults. He is just not insulting us but also all the people who follow us. Ajilka, but you always said that working is losing, you never wanted to do anything. Surtsks, don't do it Falbium, it's not worth it. Falbium, maybe it does not bother you, but when someone else knows how he behaves in front of our own people will also start to question our authority. Sparta, it's on Baldi, I will show you how much out of league you are here. Sira, Sparta, please don't do this, it will cause huge chaos under our ruling. Sparta, it's too late for that and I haven't fought someone in a long time. Surtsks, that quickly went south. Ajilka, yes it did. Falbium, if I win you will be working under me until you or I die. Sparta, I didn't know we were making bets, well then if I win you will kneel before me and say sorry. Ajilka, he is a devil king, don't you think it's going too much? Sparta, I would want to clear something first, I don't even care a little bit about your position or status, and second, don't come in between two fighters or you will be just become collateral damage. Falbium, make it a public match so that everyone can see what happens when someone is stupid enough to go against us. Surtsk/Sira, listen to us, you are making a mistake. Ajilka, they are right, you are making a huge mistake. Falbium. Falbium, he will be working under us, for that if I have to do the hard work that's fine with me. Sira was really sad for the outcome, she was thinking that it happened because of her, but she moved out to make the preparations for the fight. Sparta was sitting in that room deciding how he is going to beat Falbium. He wanted it to be flashy and dominating so that everyone in the underworld would know his might. Sira made a call to her sister to tell her about the situation. In human world, Sona was sitting in SCR and completing some paperwork when suddenly a hologram of Sira appeared on her table. She was startled but calmed down immediately. Sira, Sotan, I messed up. Sona, what did you do? Sira, you know that I took Sparta to the meeting between Devil Kings. Sona, yes I do, tell me what happened. Sira, you know how Sparta is, but I still took Sparta, and Falbium got angry by him and challenged him to a fight. Sona, hol hey it. How did that happen? The rest of you should have stopped them. Sira, you think we didn't try? Sparta just wanted to fight him, but Falbium put in stupid condition if Sparta loses and he returned the favor. Falbium made it a public match so that he can show everyone the might of Devil Kings. Sona, well that is going to be pretty bad, what do I need to do? Sira, come to the underworld with your peerage for the match. After that, the call disconnected and Sona let out a big sigh. She gathered her peerage and left for the underworld. At Orc the same thing happened. Grafia informed Rias what happened and asked her to come. But Rias was hoping that Sparta would lose. She also gathered her peerage and told them what was happening. Akeno and Chiron got really worried, and Issei was wishing for Sparta to die. They also left for the underworld soon. In underworld, Sparta was still in the room in which the meeting took place. He was still thinking what weapon he should use. Sparta, if I miss he will die, well who cares? Chapter 49, Kneel. Sparta was sitting in the meeting room waiting for the announcement of the fight. He heard some footsteps outside the room and the door was opened. Grafia came inside along with Sona and her full peerage. Grafia, the fight is scheduled to happen in 1 hour, please be ready at that time. After saying that, Grafia left the room. Sona and Tsubaki had a worried expression on their face and soon Akeno and Chiron also came running to the room. Sona, Sparta, what were you thinking? Sparta, nothing much, I just wanted to fight him. Sona, you know he has the ability called Absolute Defense and the ability Offensive Position, right? Sparta, yes I know, that what makes him more fun to fight. Akeno, Sparta, please try to understand he is not some simple opponent, please don't underestimate him. Tsubaki, Akeno is right. Sparta, I estimate him from how much he is, nothing more and nothing less, but he overestimated himself thinking he can take me down. Sona, did you hear anything that we said? Sparta, yes I did, but I wanted to ask you guys something. Akeno, what is it? Sparta, he will be humiliated, would you hate me for that? Akeno, I heard that he put up the condition, right? Sparta, yes he did, and in return, I also did the same. Sona, then there is nothing to say, I maybe am a high-class devil heiress, but bets in might must be followed. Nobody asked him to add that bet. Sparta, that's all I wanted to know. Chiron, will you be alright? Sparta, don't worry about me, I need to go home to my fiancés. Chiron/Sona/Akeno, please be safe out there. Sparta, I will be. Sona, where is your sister? Sona, she is with the other Devil Kings making the preparations. I also need to go, I will be with my parents. Akeno/Chiron, we will also be going, we need to stay with Rias. Sona and Akeno kissed him saying good luck. Tsubaki was sad seeing them kissing, but Sparta noticed that. He decided to deal with her later. Chiron gave him a bar of chocolate as a stroke of good luck. After that, all of them left and Sparta was once again left in the room alone. After 45 minutes the door was again opened and Grafia entered the room. Grafia, it is almost time, please follow me, I will lead you to the arena. Sparta got up from his seat and started following her. They soon exited the building and they got into the car. It was a limousine, it was quite luxurious inside. They drove for about 5 minutes and the car stopped. The door was opened by some attendant. Sparta stepped outside along with Grafia. Sparta was in front building. Grafia, we would be teleported to the arena from this building. Grafia started walking towards the entrance and Sparta was following her. Soon they reached inside and Grafia showed him a magic circle and they both stepped into it. Soon they appeared in a path and Grafia asked him to walk forward. He was able to see light coming from the end of the path. He kept walking and huge arena came to his view. It was really massive. A normal baseball field would be only 1/5 of this arena. As soon as Sparta entered the crowd stopped cheering and started booing on him. Sparta didn't care a bit about that. Falbium was standing in the middle of the arena with hands on his back. Sparta walked towards him and currently, they were standing face to face. Falbium, ready to become my subordinate? Sparta, you ready to kneel? Falbium was about to reply but someone started to speak on the mic. Sparta recognized her voice, it was Grafia. Grafia, good afternoon devils, I am Grafia Lucy Phage, Queen of Xerxes Lucifer, and I will be the announcer of this fight. This is a one-on-one fight in which this loser will be decided by knockout, death or giving up. The fight is between the Devil King Falbium Asmodeus and Sparta Gilgamesh Lucifer. The fight will start by the ring of the bell. The crowd started cheering when Grafia announced Falbium's name and booed when Sparta's name was announced. Soon the bell rang and everyone knew the fight started. Everyone started cheering more. Falbium didn't say anything and started releasing his power. Soon a wall made of aura started to form around him and Sparta became curious and activated Gob and launched a sword at it. The sword collided with the wall and shattered. Sparta, is that your power called absolute defense? Falbium, yes it is, now good luck trying to even dent it. Sparta, I don't need your good luck, just watch me. Sparta didn't say anything and opened about 50 golden ripples and started launching swords and spears on him. In VIP viewing room. All the high-class families were sitting in there watching the fight and joking that how Sparta would lose. Except for Zekram Bale, he was closely watching the battle. He knew what Gilgamesh can do and he was expecting the same thing from this kid. He always liked people with exceptional talents. Zedicus, that kid is out of his league, he can't win by launching swords at him. Lord Phoenix, yes I agree with you on that. Lady Phoenix, but there is something wrong, he is wearing a cross being a devil, that is impossible. Razor, he must be a poser. The Satri family hearing them were feeling insulted, they wanted to protect the pride of their would-be son-in-law, but if they would interfere they would be criticized and looked down upon. Xerxes, don't be so sure father, that kid is dangerous. He is currently just testing waters, and he also has a lot of weapons that can kill him instantly. He is pure as the original Lucifer, which makes him immune to holy objects. That piqued Zekram Bale's interest but he didn't say anything outright. Every devil in the room except who already knew Sparta was shocked hearing that. Velelana, is that kid that strong? Xerxes, yes he is, even I would lose to him instantly if he wanted. Everyone present there was shocked after hearing that. They were mortified. They quietly started watching towards the ongoing battle again without saying anything. In the battlefield, Sparta was raining down weapons on Falbium, but all were ineffective. Suddenly Sparta thought something and stopped raining his weapons. Both Falbium and Sparta didn't move a bit from their initial places. Falbium, what happened? Ran out of weapons? Sparta, I was kind of getting bored fighting like this, it is not my style, I like to get my hands dirty. Falbium, so are you going to use Issei? Sparta, you really overestimate yourself, you are not worthy. Sparta activated his Sharingan and kicked the ground. Falbium was shocked seeing his eyes change but he didn't have time to react and he was punched hard in the face. He flew about 15 meters before dropping on the ground. The whole arena became completely silent. In the VIP viewing room, many spat their drinks, and many dropped their glasses and cups. Sparta used his Kamui's ability to phase through the wall of aura and hit him square on the face. Slowly Falbium got up from the ground, he started dusting off his clothes. He raised his face up and everyone saw blood coming out from his lips. Falbium, you didn't break the barrier. How did you hit me? Sparta, well that's for me to know and for you to find out. Sparta didn't give him any time, again kicked the ground and went for close combat. Sparta covered his hands and legs with devil energy so that his hits would do more damage. He again phased through his barrier and started to fight with him in close combat. Falbium was good in close combat, but Sparta has mastered MMA. He would get a hit on him frequently and his every hit did a lot of damage. Falbium was breathing heavily, his face was bloodied, blood was flowing down his hands, his armor was completely broken. Sparta stopped attacking and moved away from him. Sparta, well you aren't looking too good there. Falbium, I haven't lost. Sparta, what would it feel to all these devils when they would see their respected devil king lose to some unknown devil? Falbium didn't say anything and attacked Sparta by his devil energy, but all the attacks phased right through him. Falbium started losing hope to defeat him. Sparta started walking towards him, slowly picked up the pace and reached near Falbium and again engaged with him in close combat. All the audience can see now that Sparta was just playing with him all along. Even the devils present inside the VIP room can see Sparta was playing. If he wanted he could have defeated him instantly. Sparta was breaking him. Sparta, ready to give up? Falbium, I would rather die. Sparta stopped attacking him. Hearing him say that made him really angry. Sparta, you are pathetic, weaker than all the other devil kings, you are not even worthy to be a devil king. You overestimated yourself and decided to challenge me. Other devil kings wanted to stop you, but you let your ego get in the way. Some insect like you is not even worthy to be killed by me. Everyone in the arena was completely silent, they were angry but they can't do anything. Falbium lost fair and square. Even though he still didn't accept defeat, but all were able to say that he had lost the fight. Surtsk contacted Grafia to announce the result and all the devil kings decided to go the battlefield to stop Sparta from killing him. The 3 remaining devil kings appeared behind Falbium and helped him to get up from the ground. Sparta, are you here to join the fight? Grafia, the winner is Sparta Gilgamesh Lucifer, since Falbium Asmodeus is unable to continue the fight. Sparta, well you lost because you were lazy and pathetic, never tried to work on your power and abilities to make them stronger. You had to show your might in some grand arena in front of your people, well now kneel. Surtsk, he had lost already, we can do this later. Sparta, I said. Kneel. Chapter 50, Zekram Bale. Sparta, I said. Kneel. The whole stadium had grim faces, hearing that some devils even started to rage. In the VIP viewing room there were lots of families that got angry hearing that. Suddenly someone moved from there to the battlefield. Sparta didn't know him, he appeared behind the devil kings. He made a bet and lost, he must follow up the bet. Sira, Lord Zekram? Sparta, who are you, old man? Zekram, my name is Zekram Bale, it's nice to meet you. Sparta, I have heard about you, you are the original leader of the Great King clan. So why are you supporting me? Zekram, it won't just be me, a lot of devils will be supporting you on this. You made a bet and won fair and square. Yes, he is a devil king and looked up to, but he himself agreed to the bets. Even if he is one of ours, we won't protect him on this, nobody asked him to make bets. Sparta, that is incredibly nice to know, but why do I sense some underlying meaning to this? Zekram, there is no underlying meaning, I just want to convey that we may be devils but we hold up our bargains we make. Falbium, he is right, I need to do this or I would be insulting our entire race. After saying that, he didn't wait for anyone and dropped to his knees and raised his head to meet the eyes of Sparta. Falbium, I am sorry. There were mixed reactions in the devils seeing this, many were thinking that he went too far and many were thinking that he needed to hold up his end of the bargain. Sparta, well, apology accepted, now if we are done here I want to go home. Zekram, why don't you stay just for today, I am thinking of arranging a small party on your behalf. A lot of high-class devils understood what he was trying to do. They understood that Sparta is a really strong devil if he could defeat a devil king that easily. Zekram was trying to make a friendly bond with him. Sparta, not interested, I would like to pass. Zekram, if you think that devils hate you, it's not, this is an entirely separate matter. He wanted to subjugate you under his rule, but why should you? You have your own pride that you must protect. I personally respect you and a lot of other devils will do that, I can assure you. Sparta, I like you, old man, even though you are scheming you are forward with it. Zekram, what can I say? And you would see underlying schemes from a mile away. Sparta, well then why are we waiting, lead the way. After that Zekram and Sparta started to walk away from the Devil Kings towards the exit. They reached a room with a teleportation circle and stepped inside it. They reached the previous room from which he had teleported before. They exited the building and a black limousine was waiting for them. An attendant opened the door and they both entered and the door was closed by the same attendant. The car started moving, there were 2 maids inside the car. They were preparing glasses and drinks. Zekram, care to have a drink with this old man? Sparta, well I would like to have a beer. The maids who heard him started fidgeting. Maid, well we don't any beer Sparta-sama. Sparta, well then give me some strong whiskey. After that, the maids prepared the drinks and handed them their glasses. The whiskey was really strong, it was the best whiskey he ever had. After turning 18 he would drink sometimes but it was always mild. Sparta, I wanted to ask you something. Zekram, ask away. Sparta, why did you kill Claria Belial? Zekram, well, I am not going to ask how you know that you have your sources. I also think that you know the true reason for the assassination. The thing is that was needed, with the previous Devil Kings dead maintaining the current management is really hard. If a scandal like that got out it would be catastrophic for our current situation. Sparta, well you did what you needed to do. So what are you trying to do about that? Zekram, currently the Devil Kings are finding the council members involved in that matter. As soon as we found everyone involved we'll get appropriate punishments. After that, they didn't talk about any serious matter and after an hour they reached Bale territory. It was a huge territory. Sparta kept looking out of the window checking out the views. Driving after another 20 minutes they reached the Bale Castle. They got out of the car and Sparta was led to his room by a maid. After reaching his room he called Tia and Amy and informed that what has happened and also that he was not coming home today. They were worried but Sparta assured them that nothing had happened. After that he also called Sana and Akeno. He was worried that they would be angry with him or their family would be but surprisingly neither of their family was angry. They were proud that their would-be son-in-law could easily defeat a Devil King. After that, he called Sira and found out that a lot of devils were happy with the fight and results. Even the Devil Kings didn't hate him. According to her and a lot of other devils including the Devil Kings he didn't do anything wrong. They always respected the strong.
Thanks for listening.